What's up, gamers? Welcome to another Dannphan stream. Doing a different game. I'm picking up Dark Souls 3 again to do some of the DLC, and maybe after the DLC or in between the DLC, do the final boss. Yeah, good stuff, fun stuff. I have streamed Dark Souls 3 on this channel before, although they're very old streams, and I didn't play through the whole game, obviously, because this is still my same save file. I just didn't finish it. And, yeah, basically, now I'm at the end of the game, and you can see me check out some DLC.
So,
Oops.
which DLC are you going to do first?
Well, right now, I'm already in the DLC that's next to the boss room. So I can continue that, or I can go back to the, what is it, Consecrated Snowfields?
Consecrated, but yeah.
So, yeah. I guess depends what you'd want to see.
That'd be so cool if there was like a really old game that got a sequel, and then the lore explanation for why the snow didn't leave footprints in like the old retro game was that it was a concentrated snowfield. So all the snow was like condensed together.
I guess it's just the snowfield. I'm thinking of Elden Ring. Right?
I guess so. Is there? Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Elden Ring.
I guess I am too.
Yeah. Well, you were just playing Elden Ring, so.
Yeah. You could just take your anger out on the boss if you wanted to.
So I was like at this boss.
He's tough. The final boss, I think you won't have any trouble with.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But I could do this DLC instead.
Sure.
Depending on what's the vote, I guess. What would you rather see?
I guess I'd rather see you fight Sister Freed. So that's the boss of this place.
Okay.
She's really cool. There's like a YouTube channel that's called Fighting Sister Freed every day until...
So this is Sir Husbando in Dark Souls 3.
Yes.
I wear the armor that looks the coolest, even if it's not the most efficient.
It's pretty efficient.
Well, you know what I mean. This helmet like weighs 1,000,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But it is the coolest.
It's okay.
And I like the Lothric Knight chest piece, because it has the red cape. It's more cool.
Well, the Lothric Knight chest piece has a lot of poise for its weight, and like its stats are decent. The helmet is better than the Lothric Knight helmet. It's just much heavier. So yeah, you're not that like off the reservation.
I can't hit her?
That's just a tree. What's going on?
Oh. I don't like that. That goes really far, huh?
You can get that torch too. It always seemed like it'd be a fun weapon for a challenge run.
Mm.
But yeah, you're oddly suspicious of just trees. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, like trees can just be shaped like people, and there's nothing suspicious about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just a tree. I don't know where you get this crazy idea that's, you know,
This
shaped
one's
like
lit on
anything.
fire.
It's just a tree. What's going on?
Oops.
I think the pressure's getting to you.
I think the gay is getting to you. Got him.
Yeah. Man, baited.
I got it. I got the moss clump.
Baited. Okay. So I know where to go generally in this DLC after having like played through it a bunch of times. But do you want me to tell you the different directions that you can go from here? Because it just looks very open, but it's actually.
You want some of this?
Hey, Pirates
You want some
here.
of this? Huh?
You were asking about the anime Elden Ring mod, and like how do you get it? I put it into the Gilded server. It should be. I think I put it in the description. So, if you have it on PC, you can play it. All you have to do is like open up the zip file that is like mod engine or whatever, and then there's a file in there, like an executable file. Not an executable. That would be an exe, but it's a bat file.
Oh, come on. How did all those swings miss?
This does look very much like a movie. It's just like swinging and like killing all the wolves.
There was one more, wasn't there?
You killed two at once, so.
Alrighty then.
Hey, Lowry. Been a while since you could join one of the streams. Well, we're glad to have you on for the ride.
Yeah.
We're speed running.
Dark Soul in it up.
Whatever this DLC is called. Ashes of Ariandel. So there's really. Could you pan the camera and look up?
What am I looking for?
More. Pan it more, but don't look too far up. Okay, yeah. See that dog up there?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry about that. I'm sure that won't come into play later.
Okay.
So you could go towards that direction. You know, don't worry about the dog. That probably didn't have you do anything. Or you go up the hill. Or you could go back towards the wall that you fell down, and then there's a ramp you can go up with lots of totally not suspicious trees, and you can get the javelin that they throw. They have an animation where they're throwing that javelin at you. You can get that as a spear, and the weapon art is throw javelin. If that's something that's like.
Oh my god, he's got so much health.
Oh yeah, that was the one that was up on the thing. It must have been, right? Did you really just fuck it up in like 2 hits?
Yeah, oddly enough.
That's an optional enemy, I believe. And they'll show up later. But I think the health damage you did will carry over. Yeah, they jumped down from the big thing up there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Aura Honeydew.
There's gotta be something over here then, right?
My potato can't even run DS3 properly, so I
Oh well.
wasn't really asking to play it.
I do not have a potato, and even I can't run TS3 properly. It's always just skipping on me.
I don't know why,
Hey,
but I
buddy.
remember the being out in the open not being safe. I don't know if there's an archer or something.
Well, this guy.
He's fun to fight. I remember how fun that guy is to fight.
Come up
His
here.
animations are just
Come
like,
here.
it feels satisfying when you kill him. You know?
Mm. Ah,
This is the tree. I don't know what you're.
they have physics.
Yeah, it's just like leaves or something. What? Yeah, you've got the damage. I played through this DLC with so many different characters. This weapon is just so good. Clearly Miyazaki likes Berserk.
You don't say. Oh, right.
Worth it.
Oh god. The action queuing. Alrighty.
And And remember, you regenerate, so you know.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. Although I'm sure it wouldn't be very fun to just watch me regenerate for a long time.
Thank you, and sorry for that either way. Oh, no worries. I figured if anyone else wanted it too, it would be
Not at all.
because it took me a while to figure out how to get it to work, and so I figured anyone I could help to either A, play Elden Ring multiplayer without invasions, and B, play with
Alright. What? The charge. What? How many times do I have to dodge? Oh, the fucking kick.
good instincts.
Fucking kick. What the fuck is... Alright. Enough of that. He's a bad man. He should feel bad.
Did you see the trailer for Rebel Moon? Apparently it is the revival of a Star Wars trilogy pitch Zack Snyder did back in the day. Now it's reworked as an original IP two-parter movie for Netflix. Well, if it's for Netflix, it's bound to be a steaming pile of shit.
Hey, don't say. Huh. Now where did that come from?
I remember listening to like a podcast, and they were talking about like dear white people back in the day, and they're like, "Oh, it's not a problem because they have content for all sorts on Netflix." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I go and search on Netflix, and I'm like, I'm like looking around for anything that would be the equivalent of like dear white people. There's no dear black people. It's just like they don't have. Like, it was always a lie that they had content for everybody. It's like, no, they have content for woke people. And gay stuff, I guess. Because you could be gay and not woke.
Oh, fucking
It's
goddamn
like
it! They keep on cornering me.
It's like a fiscal conservative and like a
I'm not
cultural
even getting
conservative.
that many souls from this area, considering it's DLC. Like, you'd think that would make it all worth it, but no.
No, you don't get a lot of souls in this DLC. The thing that makes it worth it is the items are very good. But like these guys are ridiculously strong, and they don't really give that many souls. Like early on, when you first get access to this area, I think they give like 1,200 each or something. They give enough that like, oh okay, they give 300 each. Never fucking mind. Absolute garbage.
Alrighty. Come on with the action queuing already.
Oh, that was fire. I was like, did the cliff collapse? What is it? Noise. Love the visual effects in this place.
I could use a little bit less wind particle blowing, but yeah.
It makes it like, oh, can't see anything.
I don't like it when I can't see anything.
Yeah, but it's like, ooh.
Ooh, so deep. Oof.
depression is deep, and so I think Dark Souls is deep. So you can hug the right wall if you want to avoid the wolves, but you really need to hug it.
Does the howl do it?
The howl summons them, but I don't know if that counts as a completed howl.
Ah, the Knights of Knee.
Nice.
Fucking damn.
That item up there is the spear.
Don't want it, but okay.
Right now I'm playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin in my I Just Want to Have Fun mode, sponsored by Cheat Engine. You should play the original Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, you would think that the original Dark Souls 2 is for having fun.
The issue is there's no cheat table that I could find for Scholar of the First Sin.
Man, my computer is fucking burning right now. Can you smell that? Yep.
No.
I just, like, smell the pure heat from the fan.
Oh my god.
This is what Dark Souls 3 does to you.
Dark Souls 2, there's no cheat engine that cheat engine table that works with it. Because the ones that were made before Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah. You see, like, in addition to just normally not knowing where to go, it's harder to see any visual cues of where to go when you have to deal with these particle effects. What are you holding over here? Give me that. Stop kicking. I really would love a mod to just remove the kick from this game completely.
Yeah, it got to the point where I would, like, completely take my thumb off the joystick when I attacked. When I was, like,
But I like to maneuver while I'm attacking, so I
Yeah.
can get into the right fucking position.
Right. I think even now, I'm like imagining it. I think with Dark Souls 2, I do actually take my thumb off the joystick when I attack. Yeah. I think that was enough of the howl.
What the fuck was that? I don't think I've ever done that move on purpose.
What that is if you do a kick but with the power attack. That's the jumping attack. It's a tilt and a heavy attack.
Why did the controls get worse for this game?
From from 2?
Yeah. It's like, who said I need a kick? Who was that guy? I would like to meet them and strangle them.
The kick has been in since the first game. It's like basically only for PvP, right? Because the enemy, it only does anything if the enemy's blocking. It doesn't actually deal damage.
You know what else does stuff when the enemy's blocking? Just a lot of fucking attack.
But like also
or backstabs.
the
People
kick,
are more likely to backstab than they are to kick.
The kick is like semi-relevant in the first game, but not at all relevant in this game because blocking is so terrible in this game. Every single boss has a grab, right, to stop you from blocking them. And here's something that was infuriating in Dark Souls 2 is the kick applies even to spell casting. It's not a kick anymore. You move forward and then backhand the air, but
Oh, they're still trying, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Chaos Match 64. V Gates. Could be worse, Trisha. At least it's not like the snowstorm from the DS2 DLC. I hate that DLC. I hate it so much. It is so boring. It's bad. It's a bad DLC.
Really?
It's bad and should feel bad. I played through until I could not find anywhere to go, and then gave up on it like years ago. Then did it again recently, and then like looked up what I was supposed to do, and like to turn off the cold or whatever, and like I don't know, you have to make the guy not invisible or some stupid shit. I still haven't made the guy not invisible.
Stop it.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that thing. Ugh. I hear that there's a more annoying section with reindeers or something, but I haven't gotten there. I want to play through the rest of Dark Souls 2's DLCs because I've never finished all the DLCs. But I found a cheat table that works.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Do they also track?
Scholar of the First Sin works for Cheat Engine, but not the not a vanilla Dark Souls 2 because they did an update to like, what was it, DX9 or something? They did some video driver update, and so that breaks all the cheat tables. And I don't know how to update them. I can't even find the outdated cheat tables. They just don't exist. And everybody overwhelmingly plays Scholar of the First Sin for some god-awful reason.
Whew. That action queuing is really bad in this game. Alright.
Here's a real question though. Can you do a kick on purpose? Wow.
Yeah. But like also, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna use a kick for?
But just there, right? You tried to do a kick a second time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a terrible binding. Like, if you ever needed to use it, genuinely, it would never work. And it's only on that tilt.
Yeah, this is fucking awful. Yeah.
It's only on that tilt because controllers are garbage. They don't have enough buttons. You just can't do as many moves with a controller, so you need to have these like shitty things like tilts. It's garbage. I'd rather pick up a second controller and press the tilt button. I'd rather than sell me a $60 controller with a button that I slap to kick. And they call it the Kick DLC. It's like physical DLC. It's not even DLC, it's MLC. Mailed loadable content. They mail it to you. They mail you a button with the kick button. You plug it in, and then you just press it if you ever need to kick. But I don't ever need to kick, so I wouldn't buy the DLC.
Exactly.
Or
Who the
MLC.
fuck needs to kick? Who is that guy?
Literally no one. Literally no one.
Who would cry if they would get rid of the kick button? No one. Because I don't see a kick in Elden Ring. Is there a tilt in Elden Ring for kicking?
I don't know.
I don't think there is.
I bet there is.
Oh yeah? That's cool. Have him like frozen in a position. What's going on with this, huh?
In PvP, people kicked me. But it was always a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like at like higher levels, the kick doesn't scale, right? So like at higher levels, the kick does a lot of stamina damage, but never enough. Never enough stamina damage.
Yeah.
Like I would play in the arena and stuff. That was cool. The arena was really fun because people were really good. Like they were going into the arena because they were good and they wanted a challenge, and so you'd get this really good fight out of people. And like if you did something cool, they would like if you had some kind of weird build, they would like do the clap thing. They'd be like, oh, interesting, you know. I had the short sword that you can fuse into like the better weapon or whatever, but it was just the sword from the prince, from like the younger prince, and I was using it with that shield, and then I would use the weapon art with the shield, because left trigger isn't parry with that shield, it's the weapon art of the right hand weapon, and so I'd shoot the beam much faster than they like expected it to come out, and then they were like, ah, okay, that was clever. And I was like, oh, thank you.
It's...
No.
I don't know if you would actually remember
No,
or
no, no,
not,
no.
but what
Go
is
back, go
in
back.
that direction?
Nothing. Go back.
What?
Do as I say.
I can't ask
Obey
questions?
me. Go back. Go back up the hill.
Alright, so just go across the bridge and
No,
don't ask
no,
questions?
no, don't. Go to the right. Sure.
That's a wall.
Yeah, go to the wall.
Okay.
Fall in the hole.
Why?
Get in. Get in the hole. Don't ask questions. Get in the hole.
Why can't I
Get in the
ask...
hole.
What? But why?
Get in the hole. Because you don't know how to turn right. Go and get in the hole.
Because I don't know how to turn right?
Yes. Get in the hole. In. In.
What if I say no?
This is your punishment. I told you to turn right and you went like, no, get in the hole.
I don't want to get in the hole.
Too bad. You have to get in the hole.
Why?
Get it.
Chat?
I know what's best. Get in the hole.
You're trying to pull a funny on me.
Get in. Do it. Do not question me.
I'm questioning you now.
No. Get in the hole.
You're not being reasonable.
You're not being reasonable. You must obey me. Go in the hole. Get in the hole. In. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Just go in the hole.
Okay.
Don't look. Just go in the hole. This is your punishment. Get in the hole.
No. No. No, what are you doing? Stop. Why?
In
Stop
the
it.
hole.
No.
In the hole.
Why?
Oh, get in.
Why?
Getting like hiccups now.
You're like pink in the face.
Okay,
Can't
yeah.
answer a
No, do whatever you
question.
want. I just wanted to point out that bonfire in case you die.
You could have just said that. I was going to ask, is that the way to the bonfire? And then you were just
No.
like, get in the hole, don't ask questions.
No, your place.
Although I kind of would have seen it even if I just like, did that.
You can go back.
Hey, look, a ladder. What's down there?
That's a good question. I think you could go.
Let's find out.
You can go either way, I suppose. I think really you're meant to go across the bridge first, but
Shriveling stone.
I think it's shriving stone.
Oh. Well, I'm trying to fight and read.
Plot twist: the kick is a weapon art now. It might be actually. You might.
That makes more sense. Why did I fucking do the wrong swings?
You're one-handing it.
Why am I one-handing it? I never pressed Y.
I don't know. Maybe it was when I was fighting over the controller.
Oh, you.
You have to warp in order to get the crystal lizard to come back.
Why?
Because or die, I suppose.
No.
I suppose the correct way to go is across the bridge. Because I think you'll miss out on some dialogue if you go... Because the correct way to go is where you're going, but if you don't go across the ridge to the church, you'll miss out on some dialogue.
Okay, I guess I'll go to the church then.
Mm-hmm. And just refrain from swinging while you're on the bridge so you don't die. Swing.
Stop praying. Alrighty.
This guy's voice actor I absolutely love.
Well, you look to be unkindled. No bell tolls. And yet you've slipped into the painting. Ah, no matter. If you've lost your way, the words of Lady Frida will guide you. Now go on inside, show respect, and listen carefully. What's keeping you? Show respect.
Alright, whatever you say, buddy.
He's got some sick armor. There's a lot of good armor sets in this game. Dark Souls 1 has, like, just trash. There's, like, Havel's set, of course, and the Silver Knight, but the helm is goofy.
Hey, babe.
I am Frida. I have long stood beside our Blessed Father and the rest of the forlorn.
Where are your shoes?
Forlorn, thou seemeth not.
Everybody's barefoot in Dark Souls and it's
Ashen
gross.
one, I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world.
I don't mind it as occasionally as like a cool effect, like they're barefoot on snow, so they're obviously undead or something.
Right.
Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee, the bonfire here in this room, a meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless. Ah, yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. Ours is a chance encounter, to be sure, but perhaps it was meant to be. Let this be a remembrance of this cold world, a thing. Now, thou'st to
Got any more
No.
things for me?
thou'st.
So now, basically, you return from whence thou camest.
But what if I don't want to return from which I came?
So essentially, the boss fight, like the final boss fight of this area. Oh, you know what else you could do? You could go up the ladder. There's nothing important up there, but that ladder you just ran past. It's like an area if you want to explore it, but yeah. I don't think there's anything relevant up there, but
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah.
Ooh, it's pretty. How quaint. Just roll.
If there is no dragon girl, I don't want to be in the painting.
Yeah, right?
True facts.
Where's that waifu, man?
You know, Dark Souls 2, the Smelter Hammer is such a fantastic weapon, but completely impractical because you cannot see when you're using it. It is the most ridiculously oversized weapon. You can only power stance with it if you have literally 99 strength.
Is there anywhere else worth exploring in this area? Or should I just actually go back to the Firelink Shrine? Or
No, you're not supposed to go to Firelink Shrine, but you see that path along by the side of the bridge where you climb down the ladder. You can see from this direction. If you pan slowly over to the right, there's a little path that goes along the cliffside, and then that'll continue. That is how you get
okay. So
further.
not literally from Red Scout game.
That's right.
It's just like, go back a little bit, please.
I would say maybe the hardest part of the DLC. There's two hard parts of the DLC. One is I should mention, if you do knock down the bridge, you can climb down it like a ladder, and then there's another area you can explore. And you can see it, like, kind of, yeah.
Right.
And there's
remember you
a
showing me
optional
that.
boss down there that gives you a shield and sword weapon. That's pretty cool. It has some
little
pretty cool moves.
Prince Philip.
No, it's like a Gladius and a.
Oh, the fucking kick. The fucking kick literally killed me.
Yeah, I think.
I think it only kills me, actually. I don't think it's ever been advantageous.
It wouldn't be. There's no. Only if you're fighting another NPC and they're blocking does it do anything.
Yeah.
Also, it never does anything because the kick doesn't do that much. Like, you do so much stamina damage by hitting someone with your sword regularly.
Yeah.
And then you could combo it into an attack. I don't know. It seemed very useless to even have a kick on your character. So. Oh, your shield.
You can also just take that ladder down, I guess, right?
No, I don't think so.
Well, there's a ladder over there.
I don't think there is.
You don't see that ladder over there?
Whatever ladder you see, I don't think exists.
I
think if you go over there, I don't think it's actually there.
This. See it?
I know there's supposed to be a ladder there. Oh wait, oh no, you couldn't get there because you'd have to climb up.
Okay.
You'd have to be able to jump, but you can't jump in this game.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a ladder that spawns when you kill all the tree people on the lower level. That lets you climb up to a Titanite slab. So this is like the earliest place you can get a Titanite slab. So I've very often gone into this DLC with different characters to go get the Titanite slab. But... Hey, Gabe.
Fucking kick again?
By the way, does anyone actually know how to go through the painted world of Ariamis without cheating? I honestly don't even remember how to do it. I've done it once in a co-op game, in someone else's game following a guide. Every other time I've used what is unexploit, which is jump attacking the dragon ass on the bridge. So I would say coming up is the second hardest fight in the DLC.
Oh, really?
It's just a random, like, enemy that is, I suppose, theoretically a mini-boss or something. But it's just, their attacks are so busted. I think with your weapon you'll be fine, but I don't really genuinely see a way of beating this guy without just trading hits.
Okay.
And I typically like to sort of, I guess, as a rule, I typically like to be able to perfect enemies. Although sometimes I kind of get behind the idea of, like, tanking through damage. Yeah, those guys are all free souls if you want them.
Oh.
Some of them scream when they die, and they're supposed to make you feel bad or something.
Ah. Freaks. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out. Dung pies. Fucking blight towners over here.
Look out.
Yep.
So he's like right here. He's gonna drop down from the sky. He's
Very
like
spooky.
he's like behind the bridge or whatever.
Okay.
He's pretty bullshit, but you know, good luck. Oh, there he is.
Oh, that's good. Oh, fuck. I don't like him.
You can just like murder through his attacks just by attacking like crazy. Yeah, because you have lots of armor and you have a big weapon. But like, I just don't really authentically see how to.
I can see how that would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I just don't authentically know how you could beat him without taking some damage. Like his attack pattern, I think he's about as bullshit as like Torch Hollows or something like that. Where it's like, it's beatable, but not. If you're doing like no hit or very low health, which is most of my characters, is almost no health. Like very few of my characters do I ever increase the health on, so I find him to be very, very bullshit. And granted, that's not how you're supposed to play the game, right? But, so be careful not to murder the friendly bird in the chair. He's by the light in the room. He's a friendly bird in a chair. Talk to him. Who cares what he has to say? It's stupid. Yeah, whatever. He wants you to basically beat the DLC, and if you beat the DLC and come back to him, he gives you Titanite Slab, which is an item needed to max out a weapon. So the weapon you have is maxed out, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, anyway.
Well, fuck that guy, then. So there's a bonfire in the other room, I think. And that is supposed to... not there, in the other room. Okay, if you continue through.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
This is the outside, but...
Yeah, I think if you hook a left... that would...
That is a right.
Yeah.
I just felt the need to go to that direction.
Oh, maybe well, not... I guess not hook a left, but like... turn slightly left. It's like the next doorway on the left is... I believe the bonfire, yeah. So that's like a welcome respite after having to deal with the claw guy 100 times. But you first tried him. I think this weapon is the best weapon in the game. Just like I've had the easiest time playing through Dark Souls 3 using this weapon with like heavy armor and stuff. I think this is the ideal way to play through the game. But like using like characters with like weak ass melee weapons, using spellcasters, all sorts of stuff, it just that guy's a huge pain in the ass. Now, would you like a very fancy dex weapon? No, right?
No.
So yeah, don't worry about it. But there is a very fancy dex weapon, which the guy coming up is going to use. It's a rapier, and then a knuckle full of throwing daggers. Like a claw of throwing daggers. It's incredibly anime.
Yeah, it sounds
Super
like
stylish, but not like shitty anime. You know, it's like good anime, like a cool anime character, like some like Maze Hughes kind of.
Okay. I appreciate
daggers.
it.
Real cool stuff. I do remember the proper way to go, but I think this DLC in general is kind of, it's a bit bizarre in how they expect you to like figure out where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, found another aid.
You're Ash and you want to be the very best like no one ever was.
You're damn right.
That guy has the weapon. See, he has the claw of like daggers things. So there's many different like moves to the weapon arts where you like jump up and throw daggers and stuff. It's like fairly effective, but yeah. Life is good when you have a big sword.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? Like imagine trying to beat that guy without being able to take a hit or without being able to stagger him. It's a big shit show. But you did that pretty nicely. So the goal is to get on the other side of that fence. The fence is locked. How do you get in? You have have to do some kind of asinine route. As you can see...
Okay, so they want me to go the other direction then.
Well, as you can see along the left side of those buildings, you can get somewhere. And then you can get on the roofs and etc. I think you might be able to running jump on the roof too.
I'm not very good at the running jump.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can see that little path snaking around on the left. It'll lead you to a ladder that you can climb onto the roofs, and then you go across a bridge, etc. There's a guy who will shove you off a cliff if you're not careful, but... Another great thing about the big sword is you can kill disgusting enemies very quickly. So you don't have to look at their wretched, pitiful forms.
It is a plus.
Yeah. When you come around one of the corners, I think, the guy tries to shove you. I just figure I should warn you.
Stupid idiot.
So poise is important. I think these guys vomit toxic at you if you give them the chance. Could be regular poison, I don't know. Big sword does big damage. I concur, Never. And welcome to the chat. Life is good when you have a big sword. I want that on a plaque. That is a good saying.
Ah!
I don't know if that's poison or toxic in this game.
Yeah, who knows, I guess.
I know it's annoying.
Oh, wait. There's an item.
Yeah. And a guy waiting to shove you. Or actually toxic. I bet that's what that is. Because it was a different color.
Yeah, I think that is toxic. And purple poison.
The other nice thing about the big sword is it has a lot of poise.
Yes.
So
And I do like poise.
nice dodge. Yeah, you're coming here with an appropriate amount of damage to oh, I thought they were dead. A one hand? Oh, that.
That works. Okay.
Is there a guy behind you? Okay, just checking. Yeah, that's a trap, huh?
I did not see him up there, I must say.
Hey, you got the twinkling titanite.
I did. Oh. Okay. Got it.
That's a kind of running jump, I suppose.
Yeah, it's close enough.
It's the painted world, but toxic comes with the copy paste. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, if that guy staggered you with that attack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a huge pain.
The poise you have, the damage you have, the stagger you have, it all like makes that guy not too much of a pain to deal with. But when you're trying to do some kind of dexterity-based character or like a caster or something, it's a big pain in the ass. So there's some items inside the church. You could drop down into the church, but then you have a hard fight on your hands. And if you die, you have to do the whole section over again. Or you could forsake the items in the church, which I forget what they are, and then just open the gate. Before you lies the choice. You could also open the gate, then run back through the whole route without any enemies there, and then try for the church. Or you can just try for the church. You've done perfectly fine against those bird guys. It's 2 bird guys at once. If you look around carefully, you can see there's 2. Can you beat both? Are you a bad enough dudette?
So I just have to drop straight onto the ground, and then they drop from the... I can drop balcony here, I guess, right?
You can get onto those rafters.
Right.
And then, like, fight one on the rafters like an absolute ninja.
What does chat vote on?
What, like, do church or do...
Do church or go without church? Forsake the church.
Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Do church? Double question marks? Zero votes so far. Do church? Yes at 100%. Get in there. Do church.
If I have to walk all the way back, you're the guys that's gotta watch it. Just keep that in mind. Whoop. Oh, come on, really? Alright, this is not gonna work here. It's just some bad positioning. All I did was walk forward. You'd think I would, like, land straight down, but instead it's just like, whooshoo, all the way forward. What are you looking at?
Oh, it's just texting someone. Thanks for the poll, Adam. It made me realize I was 1 minute behind the stream.
What the fuck was that?
Yes, the poll still says do church 100%. Not one person doubts the validity of do church.
Here, run me back. I need to use the bathroom.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Okay, let's. It's been a minute, I must say. I think it's easier to kill this guy than it is to like. She definitely doesn't want auto lock on. Oh, I'm pressing Y to pick stuff up. It's like, okay. Pretty sure this is doable, right? It looks doable. Maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, that's the boss arena for the thing. Man. I have to show Trisha that. There's like a invisible wall in the... Yeah. In the basement of the... Oops. Basement of the church, there's an invisible wall that leads out there. And then there's a pyromancer you can fight for some pyromancy. As you might expect them to drop. Okay. Oh, there's more. That's a little fucking ridiculous, huh? Works for me.
Alright, all done?
Yeah. Good luck.
I must say, they didn't make it very easy to land on that raptor.
Indubitably. Save transfer? Ah, for something called Hollow Cure. Fighting the guy in the rafter might also be quite difficult. You could try and drop in on the far side and see if that's like more...
Like, try to get them to come to me type thing?
Well, I don't know. You could drop in on one far side or the other and see if that's easier to, you know, deal with them one at a time.
I suppose. Man, health regen is real slow in this game, huh?
You could flask.
Yes.
There's oh, there's isn't a bar there.
No. No. There. What? I don't like you. I don't like you. What is that jumping move? What is that jumping move?
I don't know. It is bizarre that the sword doesn't have a hitbox above you.
Yeah, right. Well, they like jump too high apparently. But like, why?
I think the sword does have a hitbox above you, but it's very hard to hit with. I don't know why. Maybe it's like shorter than the sword's length, but
Yeah, because I think the upper hit has hit like dragon head before or something.
it's basically Vampire Survivors, but with VTubers. Dear God. VTubers seems like the first step towards like AI content creators.
Which they have now.
They don't really. They have people that have AI like generated thoughts that they
I thought they had like just straight up AI content now. Like fake e-girls.
No. They have AI chatbots that
Ah yes, fulfill your fantasies.
yeah.
She won't say no.
Yeah.
Those ads are so aggressive. I think what I can do is if I run towards that door and get him in the doorway, perhaps I can hit both of them at once. I don't know.
Well, the door's
see what
already
we
open,
do.
so you don't have to drop down on the inside.
That's not a good position because the guy can come at me from behind.
Well, it's not a bad position because you could hit him as he's attacking you.
Well, can I though? I never noticed the ladder. Is there anything behind here?
I don't know.
Oh well.
Oh God. Big one.
Ah well.
All of the HoloLive VTubers have real people behind them. I'm sure they do. It just seems like getting people used to VTubers.
I feel like there should have been some sort of event over here or something.
Hmm.
It's just such a obscure spot, and you don't really pick up any items from there, so.
My first instinct is to blame the lore.
It's the deepest lore, man. Alright, is this guy the only guy left in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just two. Oh, come on now. Come on now with it. So annoying.
Yeah. Might be good to open the front gate next time you get in there, so you don't have to go on the rooftops. It's not that much more convenient because then you have to fight the guy with the rapier at the daggers, but something. Oh, hey, Jamie Rose. VTubers really seem like the opposite of what I enjoy about like YouTubers, how they're all sort of
Right. Just like less personal.
yeah, and then
More of a
it's also
character.
like if they say it seems like they're always getting canceled for saying like the least offensive things on the planet.
That's just modern life in general.
Yeah, but like, well, no, it's not. I mean, you have YouTubers say offensive, well, quote unquote offensive things, but it doesn't bother their fans, so they're not in trouble. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends, I guess. Because, like, obviously, I don't think legit PewDiePie fans were offended by anything that he said. I think it's just the crazies who just wanted to ruin his reputation.
So wait, before you get on there,
Yes,
why don't you open that gate? Not that gate.
this game.
Yeah.
Yes. Ugh, so heavy.
Now go kill the guy with the rapier and the. Oh, I guess. Now you could leave him. I don't know. Fine.
Does he come over here?
Honestly, I like the VTuber content. What I don't like is their chats of about 5,000 people in them, which means that they don't pay attention to you unless you give them money.
Well, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I find it. It just feels so. It feels so artificial. Whenever I hear about these scandals of them getting like canceled, and then they can't even speak for themselves because the company will be like, "Oh, we graduated them," right? And you can never know who they were or anything like that. Like they can't have a real identity outside of their thing. Their whole voice is completely controlled by their company, and I don't know why anyone is like. It makes me just so uncomfortable knowing that someone's so controlled. It's like they're trapped. They're like a prisoner making content for me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, side note, I'm just so sick of doomers in general. Like, being like, oh, the world's already over. I'm so smart and I could see it that the world's over. It's like, you should give up and be hopeless too. It's like, how about no? Kind of seems like stuff is going to get better.
Pro strat. And I think that's it. So, not the best loot, but whatever. Fucking bitch.
I didn't even know that was there.
Fuck you. Alrighty.
VTuber graduation is a weird way to
Yeah.
say that you're
that's
firing someone, yeah.
It is very odd.
I admire optimism, Adam. I hope things get better, but I don't have the confidence you do. Well, think about... So, like, when I was younger, not, like, super young, but, like, high school young, if someone was anti-white, like, racist as in anti-white, I felt afraid to complain about it because I was afraid people think that I was racist for advocating for white people, for advocating for myself. And now I'm not afraid. And I see a similar change in other people too. I see people not afraid to complain that woke stuff is trash. There's a palpable change in the culture where many more people are comfortable saying that woke stuff is garbage. At some point, there was... Oh, sorry.
I don't think he likes me anymore. Why does he not like me anymore? What did I do?
You didn't go back the way you came. You went around the church.
I mean, I kind of went back the way I came.
Then you just went another way.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy's super fucking cool.
Sorry, dude. Ah. Forgive me, my man. Contraption key.
Do you get his armor too?
No, I just got those two things. But maybe there's a special spot where you pick up his armor?
You definitely... Yeah, you get his armor somewhere in here because
Yeah.
I got his armor easily with a lot of characters.
Yeah, it might be in a chest or something.
Never go the Doomer route? Yeah. Very true. But like... So there was like a... Like Arch Warhammer covered an interview... Okay, could you figure something out for me? When you pull the lever, those books are going to get obliterated by a staircase falling down.
Okay.
Could you see if it'll kill you? Because
What?
I'm always so scared of the last minute, and like I don't stand close enough. But
Stand close to these books?
yes, those books after you pull the lever. Yeah, I don't know.
That seems fine. Maybe if I stood on the other side, it wouldn't be fine.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It always seems like so. I always remember it's falling so hard.
Everything okay over here?
Perhaps the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke. The one to show me flame.
So there was an interview with like the director of the D&D movie,
When this is
and
done, may I
they
return?
said, "Oh yeah, we have strong women beating up men," and they're like, "Oh, not for any woke reason. It's just because it's funny."
I promised Uncle Gale.
And that's a super leftist
She's good.
director talking to a super leftist reporter, and even amongst them, it's considered bad to be woke, right? They're acknowledging between them that it is bad to be woke. Oh, I know how to open that shortcut. I've beaten this DLC many times without knowing, but I did figure it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Okay.
You light the bonfire, and then you open the door. I guess you don't have to open the door. Yeah, you can.
Oh, much. That's a way to...
It's funny, XD. Yeah, I don't know what they were like really talking about. It used to be a gag to have a woman beat up a guy, but I'm so sick of it that it's not really funny anymore. So if you don't go too far, like the torch guy may attack. It's hard to even point it out. There's a tree you can kick over that's rotted,
Oh, okay. One
and
of
then you can
those
get onto the
things.
roof, and then you can do that elevator, and that's a shortcut. But you have to beat the
Please.
whole area first. I think.
I could probably jump off of that bridge.
Oh, okay. So you can get on the roof, but you need the. Yeah, you need the log to be pushed over in order to. But yeah, regardless, more and more people are comfortable acknowledging that woke stuff is bad, and that's really the start. Like, it's like much more common now. You see it even in comment sections where people are like, you know, Netflix is trash. All this like forced diversity and stuff is trash. Like, people get it now.
You know, it's bad enough you gave him the torch. Does he also have to be like some crazy one-handed master with the sword?
It might be worth one-handing the sword. I always switch back and forth when I use it for the sweeps. Like for that, you want two-handed, but then for when there's two guys next to each other, I usually pop it into one hand and then. Although yeah, you're right. You could. Wow.
The kick actually worked.
The one time I wasn't even sure if you did that on purpose. It was so smooth.
Yeah. I didn't, but it worked to my favor.
Also helps that not a lot of good is coming from Hollywood and people are getting tired of mediocrity and crap. Yeah. Also, people have seen, even the people that are like, some of the people anyway, that are doomers and are like, oh, boycotts don't work. Wah! Even those people are being proved wrong because the Bud Light boycott most certainly did work. Bud Light might collapse as a company because they supported trans stuff. And that's something that's going to be talked about in boardrooms for decades, right? That's like, and also, that's not even, like, I don't even think of Dylan Mulvaney as an actual, like, trans person. He's just like a pedophile. Like, it's a well-known thing that pedophiles will talk about themselves as their ideal victim, and he talks about himself as a girl. He's going through girlhood, and like he does like dress-up parties, and like his primary audience is little girls. Like there's something very strange about that guy. Like that's not like normal adult behavior. It's not like. I think you can. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's a guy that has the big. There's the bow here that does the exploding arrows, and there's also the hammer that you can like slam into the ground and stuff. Mulvaney's a drag queen, not trans. Yeah, that's a fair. That's a yeah.
That's about as much as I can do on here.
These are good points. Maybe the tide is turning. Frankly, I'm tired of people who are clearly not trans claiming they are. Yeah. It's like. It's really it's terrifyingly understandable, because. Like, I explained this situation. There was someone who was having, like, a mental breakdown in my school. And I was like, listen, man, relax. Everybody has these, like, issues. You know, everybody has little, like, issues with depression. Like, I have depression, like, blah, blah, blah. And then this girl who's, like, listening, right? And she doesn't give a shit about this guy. She doesn't care about him at all. But there's a certain sort of, like, attraction that the left has to depression and mental illness. And so when someone's having a breakdown or someone kills themselves, they're very excited, very happy.
It makes them feel useful. Like
because
they get to be the hero.
Not even. Just being near it makes them more deep and, like, cultured. It makes them more, that's the word, cultured. They get more cultured by being around people that are mentally ill. And so this girl is super excited. She's never talked to this guy before. She's never actually been compassionate about him. She's never given a shit about this guy's life. But because he's having a mental breakdown, she wants to be nearby. She wants to just be around. And she'd say nothing useful. And so I'm, like, trying to, like, you know, calm this guy down or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we all deal with these things. And when I say that I have depression, she goes, like, in an equivalent energy, but not exactly the same. Like, she's not acting like this. To, like, an adult who's like, oh, you, like, oh, you use the potty all by yourself? Oh, that's so great. She would be like, oh, you have depression? It's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, that's so great. Wow, you're so brave. And stuff like that, right? So up until then, she actively hated me, right? Because I'm a white, straight man. But then when I say that I have this category of oppression Olympics, she's like, oh, now you're, and she's like being very affectionate and whatever, and I could feel all this tension leave my body of one less person not hating the shit out of me for just existing. And it felt so good it scared me, because I knew
It did not touch me.
I knew that I could make people who hated me because of the color of my skin and my sexuality, which is fucking totally normal, I could make them not hate me by saying I had depression. And you know what I could do to make people like hate me even less? I could say that I'm trans. I could say that I'm gay. I could say that I'm bi. I could say that I'm pan. I could add more of these categories to raise myself up and be more popular, be more liked. And that there's a tree you can kick over. I don't know where it is. But...
Yeah, I don't know where it is either. Who?
And I could feel it. I could feel the opportunity.
This one? No.
It's like a very healthy tree.
Well,
Oh, is that one tree already kicked over? I guess no.
I can't get up there, yeah. Because my character's too stupid.
Yeah.
Too stupid to climb. Oh.
Speedrunner?
Maybe.
Speedrunner? Speedrun? Holy shit, that's not supposed to happen.
Speedrunner. I'm not gonna do a glitchless speedrun today, good boys.
Oh, you can actually see to the left. That is definitely rotted. That's the tree.
Ah, that's the...
There's two trees, I think. But, yeah. So that's...
We're doing the skip.
Okay, I think you ride the elevator down?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, ride the elevator down so that or just press the button.
And then, there we go. Wow, wow.
Who supported who and why are they going downhill? So Bud Light wanted Dylan Mulvaney, which is a
Yes,
very...
that's where the tree falls.
He's an influencer who dresses like a girl and pretends to be trans for attention. And his primary audience are young girls going through puberty because he talks a lot about those sorts of things and he makes his content catered to little kids. And he talks about himself going through girlhood. He doesn't say that he's a trans woman. He says he's a trans girl. So...
There's the bells.
It's also, like I said, it's very... Oh, they threw the bells out of the tower, huh?
Yeah.
Not ringing shit. Not awakening nothing. Anyway, he's very weird, very creepy, and he was the spokesperson for Bud Light, and people got very upset, and then Bud Light released a statement which was like, shut up, stop being upset, you bigots, with this shit-eating grin, mocking their fans, and then people started boycotting Bud Light, and they have dropped from the #1 beer in America to out of the top 10. They've sold off 20 of their peripheral IPs of different beers from different countries, and their company is steadily declining in the stock market. They can't even give away their beer for free. My friend was at Busch Gardens that used to be called Busch Gardens because of Anheuser-Busch, which is the people who own Bud Light. And so there is a cool weapon down there. You know how he slams that weapon into the ground and then rips it up and there's a big explosion?
Mm-hmm.
You can get that weapon.
Okay.
That's the weapon art for the weapon, not the regular power attack, which is less exciting. And I believe that weapon is down there somewhere.
Do I have to go down there to get around and fell that
No,
tree?
you don't. No.
Okay.
It's a totally side path.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, my save transfer work and it's giving me a shit ton of achievements. I've had depression for years and I can't understand why people want to have this. Yeah. I mean, I don't think people really want to have depression.
I think they just want the attention.
They want
and
what comes with
validation.
telling people that you're depressed, which is people want to make you feel better. They want people to
Basically.
just be nice to them, you know? But, like, depression is super trash. It's also...
0 out of 10.
Oh, wait,
Wouldn't
right
recommend.
back there, that item, I think that was the torch.
Wow.
Well,
I don't want a torch. Do I need a torch?
it's the one that lets you do the fire breathe thing. I don't know. It's just like right there. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh.
Well.
Oh.
Oh well. Ah! My God, it's like a jump scare.
Oh, he teleported from off the cliff onto your head. Incredible.
He's just that good. That might be the torch. Yeah, it's gotta be the torch. Yeah, there we go. Oh, God.
Telling people you're depressed does not get you attention or sympathy. In my experience, is quite the opposite, which is why I stopped talking about it. Well, if you're not depressed and you're more strategic about telling people that you're depressed, you know, like it. If I guess you don't really. Well,
I have to push over that tree, right? So
you do, but if you go back, and you go around the corner to the right,
I can drop down on them.
No, you get the Millwood Great Bow is behind this archer.
Oh God, why would I want that?
I don't know. It's just an item, and I just, whenever I play through these things, I always pick up all the good items. And that's one of them.
Alright.
It's not super necessary that you get it, but just so you know, that's where it is. You want it. Depression 0 to 10, not recommended. No, I would not recommend depression. Very bad. Would I recommend telling people you have depression?
Oh, I got.
Not exactly ethical, but
Oh God.
you know, if you've got to go to a liberal arts college, it sure does get them off your back. I don't know how often I really pulled that card, honestly. It didn't feel great. I'm too moral. And I also kind of enjoy conflict a bit, so it wasn't even that much of a thing, but it is definitely stressful having people hate you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Luckily, I rarely drink alcohol, and I never had a beer, so it's nothing to me. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol, so. But yeah, Bud Light dropped super far financially, and they can get fucked. And then Target was selling like satanic gay pride tuckable bathing suits for children.
Yeah, I do think they backpedaled on that, but
They did.
way too long afterwards.
They did. And then the news was like running some bullshit story that like employees were being threatened or something. It's like, it's just so stupid.
Not even the first time I've spotted something inappropriate with Target.
Yeah, I think we've been in a Target and been like, this is a little fucking weird.
Well, I remember I sent you a photo, and I shared it online, too, of, like, oh, did I get a, yeah, I got bleed
Oh,
on
take
there.
out a, no, you have to take out a torch. You have to equip a torch quickly. It's just going to keep on doing that until you equip a torch.
Oh, I have the maggots on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you already picked up the torch.
I had a different torch.
No, but the one that you can't wield, that's the one that shoots the fire.
Yeah, I went back and I picked up the torch. The torch where you didn't remember that?
You went back and picked it up an item, but then it was a large titanite, not the
Yeah, and I kept going down, and
Oh,
then
and then
at
you
the
found it?
bottom
Oh, okay.
is a guy with a torch, and I was like, yeah, this has got to be it.
Yeah. I had a beer once, it was disgusting. I've tasted beer, and I've tasted mead, and I've tasted rum. I swallowed the sip of beer. I think I swallowed the rum. Maybe I spat out the rum. Definitely spat out the mead. Swallowing that sip of beer was like such a fucking mistake. My body was not prepared to process alcohol. That was disgusting. I was pissing out like neon yellow, like
Ugh.
horrifically like that is so poisonous. Like, beer is so fucking bad for you. It just like incendiary urine coming out of me. That's gotta be a trap. So,
Not even anything good.
the way to proceed is to find a crank. Oh, yeah, swing.
Swing?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I didn't
There
know you
you
could hit him
go.
through the floor.
Life is good with a big sword, huh? Hitbox doesn't go above you, but it does go below.
I guess so. Oh man, it's so smoky in this game. Not a huge fan.
I don't really understand why there would be smoke here. Oh, hey, Gurgi. You want to be cute? Come here, Gurgi.
Just less graphics.
That looked like a classic Miyazaki trap from a mile away. Yeah. Gurgi, come here. You're a good boy. Yeah. Who's a good boy?
The true star of the stream is here.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You look so pretty with your haircut. Yeah. So handsome. You show everybody your nice beard. Oof, oof, oof. So elegant.
Is the
Yeah.
crank up top?
Doggo, all caps. I agree. This is Doggo.
Do I have to drop down?
You do eventually have to go down, but you don't have to jump down. There's an illusory wall somewhere. Where did you enter? Oh wait, yeah, okay. Could you go back? So orient yourself to face the opposite direction, because that's where you entered, right?
This is where I entered.
Okay, go straight, and then go to the left. It's along the left wall at the far side. There's an illusory wall.
Okay. See what we can do.
I think it's this last one.
There we go.
So that's stairs to go down, but you can drop down. There's more to discover down here. Life is good one-shotting these guys.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Because if they attack you with their breath attack, they'll put maggots on you. Or
Yes.
leeches, so you have to be ready with the torch. Hey, George Barrett. A little bit of alcohol is good for the immune system, but yeah, overdoing it does have consequences. I don't even know if that's true. There was some study that like wine is good for some kind of health thing, but it's the same as just like grape juice. And it's like I was like arguing with my like dad about this. He was like, "Oh no, it's supposed to be good for you." I was like, "No, you saw that one time on Good Morning America, and you never looked into it, and you never looked up the study."
The study actually shows the opposite. Is that like alcohol is still bad for you.
It's like even though he's a chemist, like he's literally a scientist, he never actually looked up the scientific study. It's just like the news says so, and I'm a boomer. So it must be true.
A lot of people are just kind of raised like that.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! From a million miles away. Where's that damn torch?
To be fair, maybe our generation will be like super cucked for video essays on YouTube, but I don't know.
Video essays have done more research than the news has.
Yeah, for sure. And then, on top of that...
I totally hit them.
On top of that, a video essay response also gets tons of views, so you can like rely on that being, oh, you're such a good puppy. Debunking videos are super popular. So... And then like the reputation of the YouTuber, if they're wrong a lot, it matters. Like...
Such bullshit.
Nice. You're a good puppy. You're a good puppy. Is it good? Yeah. Who's that puppy? Who's that puppy?
Man, there's a lot of these guys. And they're all professional snipers. There it is. There's his armor set. I found it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Never says, I used to drink for a little bit when I was younger, but I don't anymore. Not for AA reasons, but just because it became meh in any form. The potential consequences of doing it wasn't worth it. Long story short, drinking is pretty meh and bad for you. Yeah. So there's more illusory walls. Did you turn the crank, by the way?
No, I
Okay.
didn't find it.
Okay.
Well,
Once you find the crank, I would say look for more illusory walls because there's something pretty cool down
what
here.
level is the crank on?
Oh, it's on the level you're on.
Okay, so it's down here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a reference to the other painted world or something. We got a crank there too.
So fucking dark and smoky.
Yeah, talking about like the world getting better. One last thing to touch on that. There was a study and it said like 18-year-old boys, 87% of them are conservative, and they say younger generation is even more conservative. And like,
Which means I'm in business, boys.
honestly,
Hell yeah.
that does. Oh, isn't the center of the room there? That like pile? No. Okay. Oh, is that it?
It is it,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. And like some people are like, oh well, that's reactionary, blah blah blah. But people don't get more liberal as they get older; they get more conservative. Sometimes people shift in general in their politics, but in general, people get more conservative as they get older. And so if they're starting off 87% conservative when they're 18, and then there's people who are like 30 now, who are like, there's like girls who are like 20, 26, 28, and they're like super red-pilled because they're like, oh, I fucked everyone in my entire county, and now no one wants to marry me. I should warn young girls about this.
Right.
And so it's like the turnaround from like super woke leftism is not very long. I mean, it's too late for them, but they're not going to be voting that way. And so, yeah. That being said, it hasn't stopped the left from being bold. And so you're still seeing these like crazy moves that the left is pulling. Insane moves. And the fact that they're not getting
like
any...
trying to push pedophilia?
Trying to push pedophilia, and then the thing in Maui was a little fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think believing that it's an accident feels like being a coincidence theorist. I think that's the wall.
This little...
Yes. I don't know. Is it the one to the right? Nah.
I guess you can briefly explain, like, the whole situation in Maui to chat.
I would just say, but in general, the fact that they're not getting any less bold, and people are getting more conservative, just means that they're not going to soften and then be like, make people feel bad, like, oh, maybe it's not that bad, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It is that bad, and they're unabashedly being that bad, and they have no plans on stopping. From a million miles away, anyone could tell you it's a huge mistake to start putting P into the LGBTQ, and they haven't stopped. They only paused in pushing pedophilia when they wanted to be like slam Milo Yiannopoulos.
Or slamming anime.
Oh, I guess, yeah. But it's like Milo Yiannopoulos said the same thing that George Takei said, which is don't rest at that bonfire. You should find the shortcut first. You should find the secret thing first, because it's gonna be a nightmare to get through all the bugs again.
Okay. Doing my best.
It's on the ground floor.
Okay, so it's not up.
Yeah, it's down a floor, and then there's an illusory wall somewhere there.
Alright, I'll go rolling. Rolling.
Oh, is that the spot? Is that the spot, puppy?
But yeah, the Maui thing is a little crazy. Oh, that. Ah, it's not an item. That's a bug. Oh, not a bug. A lizard.
Fucking destroyed.
God.
Alrighty.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, honestly. I've played through this, like... I think I found this on my first playthrough, but then I just totally forgot about this area. And I played through it a bunch more times without remembering to go back here.
Oh my. Baby, it is cold outside. This is a shortcut?
It's not a shortcut. This is a totally optional place you can go. And it has a little, like, NPC fight at the end of it, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't know if 50,000 souls is a lot of souls, but...
Well, I need 100,000 to level up, as far as I remember.
Yeah, so... If you... Also, another reason that I think stuff is getting better, the ESG funds are drying up. So ESG money, ESG is essentially a score that you get assigned based on your wokeness. And in the US it applies to businesses. In Ireland, apparently, they're starting to apply it to people. So you can like apply for loans easier if you have a higher ESG score, not a credit score. So if you post on Facebook about how much you hate being white or something.
You would think that would be.
Hey, puppy. Oh, who's your puppy? Who's the puppy? Oh, you're such a good puppy, yeah. Oh, you just want to go right to bed. Oh, look at you.
Well, that is the only invisible wall I've found in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found it. That was the place.
Okay. That's it?
That's the only invisible wall I know of. Or illusory wall. But that section outside is quite cool. I would highly recommend it. The only other thing you can do in this DLC is fight the final boss. And you're definitely going to die in the final boss.
Okay, so I should go outside in the optional area?
I think you should, yeah. Because
Okay.
there's no greater or lesser like risk to doing it. You know. So, anyway, ESG score being applied to people is horrific, but that guy, the ESG money is drying up. They're giving less ESG money to companies. Companies are laying people off, saying we didn't get enough ESG money, and so we have to start letting people go. So they now have to appeal to their customers, and like leftists don't spend that much money. There might be very rich leftists, but unless they're directly donating to a company, the company can't stay afloat without actually making money now. They have to make money from customers. And customers don't want woke trash. And that's just like demonstrably true. And like Twitter was just like a zombie company that was being propped up by mysterious donors that were very interested in them skewing the algorithm to persecute conservatives.
Let's make it seem like a different opinion is more popular than it actually is.
Yeah, to turn people into doomers. And then I fucking hate when people are like, I've been successfully indoctrinated by the doomer mentality being pushed on me by the left. And now I'm going to act as though I'm very smart and tell other people that they should also give up. Because I'm just so enlightened. So I guess make that final drop and then heal.
Yay!
And be careful, there's going to be a guy behind you. Oh. There's no one there. Maybe you have to ember?
Oh, is it like an invasion?
It might be. I thought it was just an NPC, but... There's an optional boss fight arena down there. That's where you go if you break the bridge and climb down it like a ladder.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, crack an ember and let's see.
Might as well use these things for something.
So anyway, there it is.
Yep, it's an invader.
Nice.
Life is good when you have a big sword.
Life is good when you have a big sword.
Floating case.
Oh yeah, that's like not a bad spell.
Nice.
Not amazing, but yeah, it's okay. Anyway, in short, stuff is getting better in the world, I believe. However, the left has not stopped making like super bold moves. The World Economic Forum is super cucked. Their whole thing is like globalism and etc. It's like bad, right? Now,
Do I just drop down from somewhere?
oh, you can't get back from here without a homework bone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just one spot.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
this is the top of the boss arena.
Alright, I thought there were a way to get down.
I don't know. You might be able to drop down, but it really seems like it'll kill you.
Yeah, kinda does.
So now you can warp to the church bonfire, and then you're all ready for the final boss, unless you want to do something with those 60,000 souls. Because I don't think you're going to take those 67,000 souls through the... So you can warp back to the church if you want to fight the boss. Otherwise, you could go spend those souls someplace.
Well, not on leveling up, I can tell you that much.
You could like buy stuff at the shop, or I don't know. Anyway, the fires in Maui, the World Economic Forum picked out a place to build a 5-minute city, meaning a place that you can get everything you need within 5 minutes of your house, and you would not be allowed to travel more than 5 minutes from your house because that would cause more traffic. So you need a permit to go more than 5 minutes from your house. Otherwise, you'd be contributing to traffic. So basically, you become a prisoner in one of these cities. Yeah.
Anything you'd recommend?
Those white branches,
Uh-huh.
they let you transform into stuff, and it's fun. But,
That's fair, yeah.
So they wanted to build a 5-minute city in Maui, and then right in the location that they detailed that they wanted to build a city, a fire was started and burned down a bunch of houses. And now the U.S. government is, I heard, seizing those properties. And if you want it back, you have to pay twice the property value of your home. They're not giving any funds to help people rebuild.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yes. Yes, it is. And I would say that should be 4 less electoral points for Biden, because I don't see, I wouldn't understand if Hawaii voted blue after that was done to them. But
That's fair.
I don't know. That's horrifying and violates the First Amendment. What, setting someone's house on fire?
Violates a lot of things.
I don't know if that's freedom of speech. You're certainly free to scream as the government burns you to death. Is it okay to do? No. No, I would say that's horrifically evil. But
I would say so, yeah.
The fact that they're being so bold only opens more people's eyes to how fucked up the left is. I can understand people saying it's like scary and they're so strong and stuff. I don't think that it's going to. I just don't think it's going to go so well for them. Like, sure, they control like institutions, but when you really look at it practically, one side worships weakness and is like terrified of everything and is not self-sufficient. The other side really likes guns. I just don't really see like. I don't really see a civil war would be like horrible. I don't want to be in a civil war, but I'm just saying like I really don't see it being. Oh, that item there to the right. You might as well buy as much of that as you can get.
Sweet.
Because that's eating that before a boss fight, just solid move. It's better stamina regeneration, and you can buy as much of it as you want, right? So.
Ah, yeah, perfect.
Might as well just throw your extra souls into those whenever you have a.
So, chapel, right? Yeah.
Oh, we think it was about the 5-minute city? Oh, that you can't move more than 5 minutes from your house. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, there's just a lot of noise about stuff like this. You know, it's just much more common.
Even then would Ariandel remain our home. Leave us be, Ashen One.
So-
Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have.
But what about
Leave
no?
us sweet
So, the world is rotting, and she wants to keep it rotting. And the other perspective is to burn the whole world to ash so that it can start again as something else. And
Wow, that's really deep.
yeah, so set this place on fire because it sucks. Not because you want it to be reborn. It's just shitty.
You get
Torches.
anything from killing her?
Oh, I never even thought of that. Can you hit her?
It's on.
Yeah.
Scared.
So it's a boss fight against her, and she's right here now. So
Right.
give it a shot. I think she would probably just disappear. I don't remember what happens if you hit her, but do you want to try? I'm curious.
Yeah, I can certainly try.
Give it a shot. See what happens. Take a swing.
Yeah, she just disappears.
Uh,
Makes sense. What's up, dude? You want to join me? Who's this guy?
who do you think? It's Gale.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Summon it later at a separate location. Yeah, sure, whatever.
I think that's to avoid him getting caught in the corner.
Oh god, that's so.
So I think you fight the first part of the boss fight just by yourself against Sister Freedy. And then he comes in.
I don't like what's going on here.
What's going on? I've never walked
There's a
up
lot
to...
of dialogue going on.
Wait, I've never seen this before. You can talk to him?
This is
Have
new
I
to
seen
you?
this? Is this what happens if you attack her? Then you get to talk to him? Oh, maybe this is always happens. I just don't remember.
Bring Frida to me, please.
I killed her. My bad.
Canst thou not see? The flame flickering once again. Soon will it surge. I can see it, feel it.
Oh yeah, this is the normal cutscene.
Father, we have no need of thy flame.
Put some shoes on, you weirdo.
You should raise the line so you can hear her cool.
Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good.
Oh no, you won't.
You know, I actually think her being like a player character type of thing, like she's supposed to be another Ash. I actually think it's pretty cool. Game volume so low.
Doing all I can.
Wow, you fucked her up super bad.
That's what I do. Where'd she go? Ah, there she is. Going invisible, huh? I remember that in Dark Souls 1.
You shit on her so bad. I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
Oh, there's a second phase, right?
I mean, granted, I've never seen anyone on their first try beat her that bad.
Oh. Well, life is good when you have a big sword.
Life is good when you have a big sword. Miyazaki has a foot fetish, clearly.
Yeah, possibly. Not too far off. It was self-defense, dude. Not my fault.
I think the music is just like super loud, but like the actual sound effects of the rest of the game are so quiet. This is so weird. Is that the right music for this boss fight even? So
It seems about right. I don't know.
he's dead asleep over here. See this little guy?
Oh, he's comfortable.
So now he comes in to help.
I see.
So they share one health bar, but doesn't mean you can ignore.
Right. Oh, I actually got frostbitten.
Yeah, she shoots the thing along the ground, and then if you're standing
Right,
there,
I getcha. Hang on, I'm coming. Ah man, it's one of those things where they stack on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes
Oh,
sense.
and she heals. She's healing right now.
Okay.
See his health going up. Oh my god, you damaged through it?
Fuck you.
Fuck, dude.
Well, it's good when you have. Well, to be fair, I also summoned, so.
You have so much damage. Alright. Well, congratulations on
Good
phase
job,
2.
Cal. Here we go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Fucking come here. I'm not done with you yet, bitch.
Did you get first try, Sister Vree?
Yeah, get over here.
It's unrealistic standards if you manage to, like, actually beat her on your first try.
She's so far. Oh, she's
She's
invisible
doing
now?
her invisible thing.
Ah, okay. So, do I just have to wait for her to go in uninvisible, or?
You can hit her while she's invisible. Like, if you spot where she lands. You can also see her while she's invisible because he's AI. Oh, she got you.
Ah, that's a grab? It does not look like a grab.
I mean, it's just ridiculous that you'd never seen the grab until the third phase on your first try. I just like the fact that you didn't recognize the grab. It's like,
I mean, it does just look like a regular ass attack.
I mean, it's just that I've died so many times in the first phase to her grab. To die to it on the first time you get to the third phase, it's like,
I mean, she was too busy getting fucking pummeled.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna head to the bathroom.
Trisha is the boss fight. Yeah. That was crazy. Hey, on this ad break. Yeah. Ad break. Trisha's in the bathroom. We've got this ad break is brought to you by Slayer in the Wide Valley. Oh, how do I know if it's in the camera? Oh, I'd have to actually catch up. Oh, yeah. It's dog and a book. You only get the book when you order, but you can look at dog. Dog like book too. Yes. A book is good. Yes. Yeah, it's in the description. Available in the description. Brought to you by Bookywok. You know what, Gergie, you hold down the stream. I'm gonna put this stuff in the fridge. Hey, you're a honeydew.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't know what the gun ownership is in Hawaii, but that really does seem like a
Oh, I can summon him even if I'm not embedded?
forgot about that. Yeah,
That's interesting.
story stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
That doesn't that feel like a it seems like real grounds for civil war in Hawaii, right? Like
Oh, yeah. That's very not good.
government burns down your house and then tries to make you pay for it to pay for the land back.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
From whence thou camest, for
That seems
is
much
thy
more-
place of belonging.
Well, she just dodged back at a perfect timing while I was action queuing, you know?
No, it was just miraculous that you managed to beat her first try.
I mean, I didn't, but
No, the first try you were able to destroy her first phase.
wait, yeah, but you know, the whole difficult part is that there's multiple phases, right? So
Yeah, but the first phase alone is hard. For me now, it's not hard, but I think part of the reason it's not is because I just got super aggressive, which is your default state.
yeah, it's true. I am super aggressive.
Are we gonna play Baldur's Gate 2 just out of spite? Isn't it Baldur's Gate 3 is the new game? I own it because I just trusted that Larian wasn't gonna be a piece of shit company, but I guess I was wrong. I don't know if I want to play it.
Return from
She
whence
grabs
thou
when she's
camest,
invisible?
Yes.
for that is thy place of belonging.
I was talking about keeping a good.
You know, I am super running out of stamina. Maybe it's just because she's all over the place.
Well, you could chew on the herbs.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking at first, maybe I should save these for second phase when it actually gets more challenging, but
You have plenty of. I mean, you can buy infinite other than that. There's no reason not to use it anytime there's even slightly challenge. But yeah, I was talking about this with the first episode of Death Parade, where it's the premise is just another.
fuck.
You can backstab
I did
her,
not
by
mean
the
to
way.
do that.
The premise of the episode is just husband and wife they're the wife is having an affair or something like that, whatever. It's just another random anti-marriage, anti-relationship sort of message. And I don't think it's propaganda exactly. I just think the writer is just sort of depressed, and I think consuming that sort of media unchecked, just consuming too much of it, I think it'll just give you a skewed view of the world and relationships and just make you more hopeless and make you.
Oh, come
You know-
on. Fucking action queuing, my god. Alright, where's Gale? Does he not show up this time?
Oh, did you not summon him?
I could have sworn I summoned him.
Well, she has less health now that you didn't summon him.
Oh, come on with that backstab. Even I can't backstab like that.
Leave us be, Ashen One.
In the
Speak
chamber.
no thought of us from thy mind.
Anyway, I was making the argument yesterday that it's you should be mindful of like the mental diet you take in, like the media that you're consuming, and like the sort of messaging that you see a lot of. Because I think it's just not good. I mean, I see a lot of those sort of like plot lines where like it's like a relationship where like people are cheating or whatever. There's a lot of reasons why it would exist like that. Like, you know, it's a more interesting plot than just they're happy, I guess, or it's more comfortable for someone to write that because it feels more interesting. Yeah.
I'm having issue with like seeing how far away this girl is. Honestly.
Fair enough. It's a bit odd because of how tall she is.
Maybe.
It's easier to see her over your own head because she's freakishly tall.
Well, she's also constantly moving back, right?
So if you watch, right after she jumps up, there'll be a puff of snow where she lands.
As if I was even remotely in the direction to see where she was.
No, I'm just saying, like, when she jumps up, try to turn the camera so you can see as much as you can, and hopefully you'll be lucky enough to see where she lands. That's literally what I do, and if I don't see it, then I run to get as much distance as possible. Anyway.
Why does it make me select yes every time?
Anyway, my point is with saying the whole death braid thing and, like, unhappy relationships, etc. Well, I guess the answer, obviously, to that sort of messaging is to say, like, oh, well, I can be safe from a wife that would cheat on me by never getting married, never being in a relationship. I think that's, like, a bad takeaway, but it is, like, the most, it's the most obvious, like, answer to it.
God fucking damn it. Like, I was right there. But she fucking leaves again. It's just annoying because, like, I was literally right there, and then she just does the insane backstep. Does that still count, even if it goes into cutscene?
I don't know. We'll see together.
It does not.
Anyway.
It's kind of bullshit.
My point with bringing this up is that playing Baldur's Gate 3, I suspect will have really cucky messaging in there. Maybe not specifically the messaging of, like, you shouldn't be in a relationship because you can't trust anyone, etc. But from what I played, I didn't see anything super overt like that. But I don't really trust it. And I kind of feel like... Oh, to the left, there she is. That glow. She's healing. I kind of feel like if I dive into that RPG, it's just that I love fantasy so much that whenever the story is shitty...
Oh.
That was the snow? Was the ice effect afterwards?
I guess so, but I thought I was off of it.
I thought you were too. It's hard to see with the rubble. The fire. Anyway, whenever a fantasy story is super cucked, it bothers me a lot. Because I like fantasy too much. So... Am I going to play Baldur's Gate 3? I'll wait on it. I've heard people talking about making mods to, like, uncuckify it. And the very fact that people at Kotaku would be crying and literally shaking because of the mod that I'm using, it would make me a little happier when I see something, like, sort of upsetting within the game.
I hate that so much.
So. Dannphan just killed a goth girl. I don't know if this counts as goth. I could see a goth girl cosplaying. Oh, I saw her.
Yeah.
I just think, oh. Nice. Nice.
Oh, that fucking kick. What the fuck? Please, make a mod that removes that kick from the game. Nobody needs it.
You're doing so good against her, though. it took me a long time to get to this level of success against her.
Nah, I mean, I'm still losing, but...
Dude, shut the fuck up. I don't even, like... It took me, like, 20 tries before I was able to get through her first phase consistently. You died to her on the first phase, like, twice.
She's got a good bit of movement.
Plus, this boss fight is so cool. The fact that you're dying to it just gives us more chance to see 6 scythe moves.
I do kind of just hate how I die, you know? Because it's like...
It's a Priscilla wannabe or a Priscilla at home. Oh my god, I looked down for 2 seconds. Phase 2 is already over. Alright, eat your vegetables.
You got it. Alright. Where...
I don't know where she is.
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
Oh,
there she is.
She explodes after she gets up, so just...
Yeah.
So I found the voice actor for Ghost Rider.
Whoa. Okay.
Richard Grieco. He's a lover of the USA, and he went to seek sound freedom and recommended everyone else watch it.
Ugh.
Wait, Kotaku continues to exist. I thought they got blacklisted in mobile. They got blacklisted by Nintendo, which is so fucking funny. And the reason that they gave was because when they gave Kotaku access to their games, they didn't talk about the game at all in their reviews. They didn't mention any of the features, they didn't use any of the early access, they just talked about the politics or whatever. And so they're like, basically, Nintendo's like, you're not a game reviewer. So you can't have the what?
That is...
You're live, yeah.
Yeah.
It's protecting those halos.
Oh, come on. I drank twice, and it just didn't work.
I think it worked, but you just got hit.
No. I did the 2-button smash. Yeah.
Double quaff. She can't be hurt while she's doing that. Ken right after them.
Oh, come on.
Oh man.
It looks like she's right in front of me, and then she's not, you know?
Yeah,
It's just one of those things.
No, there's something about her body that is like that.
The fucking kick. Nobody ever wants to do the kick.
You should make like some kind of pact with a demon to like remove the kick for extra power.
Get out of here, Frida.
Oh shit, did you
bitch.
just beat Sister Frida and like
Stupid idiot.
what was that like?
I don't know. What's my timing, guys?
Like 5 minutes or something. Stupid. That bonfire warps you to the DLC, so you get access to the DLC early and get really good items to beat the rest of the game with, which is what I always do.
Right.
I always go straight into this DLC and get the crazy good items and then beat the rest of the game. Being honest, I'm with Nintendo on this one. Pretty rare nowadays, yeah.
Hey, I still had 4 flasks to spare. Is it one of those things where, like, once I travel to it, I'm stuck there or something? Or...
No, you could just turn around and warp right back because there's a equivalent thing right behind it.
Oh, are you a big fatty?
He's getting comfortable.
He's trying to like scoot over to the corner, and then he's like, "Oh, it's so slidey." Are we ever going to play a Nintendo game on here? I'm not really into this type of game at all. Well, I didn't ask, but thanks. Thanks for your insight.
You got Divine Blessing. That's not bad.
Nintendo statement is 100% on the mark. It's Kotaku is like creators who use characters and franchises as platforms being terrible get away with it because they got the hookup.
Greatsword. Didn't you say that this was good or something?
It's not, but people like it for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. It has a stupid moveset, but people really like it, and they like come over its moveset. There was a guy who was like, "Oh my god, this moveset is the best," but he also said that incest should be legal. So.
Oh jeez.
So I don't know. That's like you could.
Well, now I don't want.
You can take those. You can take those opinions with a grain of salt.
Right.
Canadian guy, you know how it is.
Oh yeah. Them Canadians, huh?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I just. I was just sorry. I was thinking about how like Kotaku reviews games like Gone Home at 10 out of 10, and it's like. Do you remember the Internet Historian review of Gone Home? Where he shows the reviews that are 10 out of 10, and one of them was like, after my wife left me.
Oh.
It's just like, oh man.
Rough stuff. Alright, well, it ain't that late. What do we say to a 2-for-1?
Yeah.
Eh.
I can't believe you beat Sister Freed that easily. She's
I can't believe it took me that long.
she's one of the hardest bosses in all of Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for sure. For sure, one of the hardest bosses in all of Dark Souls. And
I
you
feel
just
like I've had more trouble with this boss. But maybe that's just because I'm a dumb gay.
I think the Greatsword is really
Well, then
good.
again, I guess I didn't really fight these guys too much.
The Greatsword is great. It is a fitting identification that we've given to the Greatsword. That is going to toxic the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what do you have, like, Tox Begone armor on? Oh, you can get the riposte. Oh, fuck yeah.
So you do it. Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's it. That's it. You deserve that. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, and the other guy isn't? Oh. Oh, no, he is. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, he was leaned forward for a while, so I thought I could at least get the first hit in.
Chaos Smash 64, also known as Chai Tea Smash 54,
Never known as that.
has a really good tip for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Grave Lord Greatsword Dance?
That's right. Someone needs to mod it in so you can use it, so you have a chance. So you
Yeah,
can
it's
even...
the only way.
You're like a moth, like attracted to the dropped 120 souls. You're like...
I didn't pick up the souls.
But you're still lured over to it. You're like, ah, yes. I need this.
I was thinking. Am I not allowed to think?
Who thinks they would enjoy Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask? I do want to play Majora's Mask. That was a game that, like, my brother's friend brought over, and he, like, played it for a bit, and, like, he handed me the controller for, like, 10 seconds, but, like, I just couldn't understand how to, like, move around and stuff. So that's the passive one, so it might be easier to go for the active one, or both at the same time, because you're an alpha.
You know, the problem with a lot of these other bosses that I would never have a problem with when it came to Sister Freedy is the fact that I can't see when they're attacking.
Because they're too big, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't get Metroid on stream, I'll settle for Zelda. I might play Metroid at some point. I don't know. I wanna play Majora's Mask. I was like, you know, Majora's Mask was so cool. The transforming into like the water guy and whatever, like all the like the masks and the just how it looked. It was just like a fantasy game. You know what it was like? It was like Quest 64, but cooler, right? Oh wow.
Oh, come on. I totally did the dodge, though.
I heard the dodge at the right time, but it didn't happen at the right time.
I know, right?
How did you? Just like. Fuck yeah. One more.
You're about to be in a whole lot of pain.
I thought that was gonna be a dash attack.
Uh,
Okay, so this guy is gonna explode, right?
yeah, I know. I remember.
So I remember Majora's Mask, right? Being really cool, and then I was like, oh my god, there's a new Zelda game coming out.
So this is the part that I was having a lot of trouble with.
It's
I'm
gonna be
sure many of you can imagine.
It's gonna be so cool, right? I played like Super Smash or whatever. I think I played Smash. Yeah. Where he's like an adult and stuff, you know? And I'm thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like traveling across the land with that horse and stuff. I'll
See,
have this like...
it's hard for me to actually hit him.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. They're making a sequel to Zelda. Incredible. I'm gonna be so cool, and it's gonna have. Oh man, this is such a shit show. You have to heal and. Oh, he's right. Oh, I think he's gonna throw that ball at you.
Where do I go when he throws the ball?
I do not know.
Do I just have to die?
Oh, it's a big meteor shower. That's right.
Well, that's not dodgeable. So do I just have to kill him before that attack happens?
You, I believe, can run really far away or really close, but you're not gonna dodge it.
Yeah.
It's dodgeable. It can be done. I know it can be done, but I would
Not by me.
It's not reliably. Definitely not a reliable thing to dodge.
Good guy Gale over
Anyway.
here.
I was like, oh man, this next Ocarina of Time is probably going to be super edgy. You know how like Pokemon Stadium, and then they had like Pokemon Stadium like Shadow Coliseum, like 666, right? You know, they have Shadow the Hedgehog instead of Sonic the Hedgehog. They're like, oh man, I thought it was going to be like super even edgier, super cool Zelda, right? I was so pumped. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to be able to rescue a magic princess. It's going to be so cool. Way better than Princess Peach. It's going to be the best. And then we see like the footage of like Ocarina of Time or whatever. Or I look at I think I even just like looked at the box of the game in GameStop, and I was like, so.
Oh, he just came over here. I couldn't see because their bodies were on top of each other.
Did you not realize it was two of them?
No, I mean like he came over there. I
Yeah.
never saw him enter into the frame.
Oh,
just because it's all a mesh of red and glowing effects.
Right, I did. I was just that's what I was commenting. I was like, oh, you didn't notice that the second one was there. But
I know that two exist though.
no. I understand, but just that tangle of limbs was two sets of limbs. Anyway, I was so disappointed. The aesthetics of I think it's Ocarina of Time, where you're on the boat and stuff. I was just not having it.
Oh, come on. Like, what are you even hitting?
And my entire existence is like this tragic contradiction of like, I don't like bummer, depressing stuff, but at the same time, I like really like edgy aesthetics, you know? So not like really edgy, but yeah, some edgy aesthetics should be mixed in there. can't be all edgy stuff though. It needs some like good contrast. If the whole world is like edgy and dark, then nothing is edgy and dark. Kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like you need a unicorn so that like a fucking fire beam is cool. Overrated of time, damn, shots fired from James Rose. Can't get edgier than Shadow Lugia. Pyroseer, the naive, sweet summer child, advises you to hide behind something when the meteor shower comes. I don't know if I would advise to hide behind something. Something tells me it just will not work.
Something tells me you're right.
When I was a kid, I hated all of the Sesame Street characters except for Oscar the Grouch. I thought they were all naive. Steve from Blue's Clues, I hated him. I hated how he condescended to me. As if I couldn't solve all of these... As if I didn't know what Blue's Clues was. Idiot. He couldn't even find the Blue's Clues paw print. Fucking moron. Bloviating fool. Oh. Tricky.
Well, like, I have to use so much goddamn stamina just to fight this guy.
My
It's,
thinking
like,
though.
brutal.
My thinking, how I always fight these guys is I stay underneath them. Like I stay really close.
I tried that, but he moves.
No, I know, but you were at the where you died. You were dodging, kind of away from his claws, and I think you should abuse the iframes and go straight into him. And I know
Because
that.
I'm trying not to get attacked.
Yes. Now I understand, but I think
I don't think you do.
with this particular boss, this is, by the way, this is like my favorite boss in this game. I've played this guy a lot. When I got the cheat engine thing that let me resurrect bosses, is the first guy I resurrected and fought over and over and over again. I love this guy. This guy's so much fun. He's so cool too. When you get killed by it, it's like, yeah, wham.
I think it would be cooler without the toxic. There's like so much dodging needing to be done, and that stupid goddamn kick.
Ocarina of Time is the game before Majora? Oh, Wind Waker. Yeah. Okay, so I saw Wind Waker and I was like...
Yeah. You didn't like the chibis.
I didn't like the chibi stuff, and I was so upset. I was like, this is the new Zelda game? This is a mistake. And then later, I would find out that, like, the only game that had the aesthetic of Majora's Mask was just Majora's Mask, and all the other games were chibi like that. And I was devastated. But then they did come out with a game that was supposed to be like Twilight Princess or something, and I was like, oh, maybe I should play that because it could be kind of like Majora's Mask. And so we own like one of these kind of games, right, on the Switch.
We have the one that everyone likes.
Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never played it.
I super duper love fantasy, like a whole lot, and the fact that people really love that game, it makes me just warm and fuzzy knowing that it exists and I can play it at some point. And mayhaps I will.
Sometimes it hit me, and then sometimes it just doesn't, and I don't understand.
The lava on the ground. You dodge through the claws with the lava.
Well, sometimes the fireball just hits me, and sometimes it doesn't. So I thought it just wouldn't hit me this time because I dodged, and it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think this boss is just too long.
Hey, do you want to use a better sword against him that has the same moveset?
There is no better sword.
No, there is. Against this specific boss. So, the Black Knight weapons all do bonus damage to demons. So if you have the Black Knight Greatsword, let me look up how to get it. I'll advise you accordingly. I upgraded it to +10 or +5 or whatever it upgrades to, specifically because I wanted to have a good weapon to fight this guy and like help people with this boss, because I just thought this was like, it's such a cool entrance to a boss fight. I was quite enamored with this boss. Black Knight Sword?
Favor. Protection. Yeah, okay.
Black Knight Greatsword.
No, you are a fluffy dog.
Yeah, you are a fluffy dog, aren't you? Dropped by Black Knights. Yeah. Yeah, you have to like farm it from people, so.
No, that kind of sucks.
Does sucky ducky.
Where are Black Knights?
After you beat Champion Gundyr in the Untended Graves. So,
Oh, like the dark version.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Did you pick up the Forever Homeward Bound?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's Black Knights in that area. You could go Moirder,
I guess I could.
and then you could upgrade that like super far, and then you could have like a super sick sword to fight this guy with. But that's only if you like want to do that. It is like arguably big stupid to do that, but a Champion Gundyr bonfire would be the best one. But you know. Wow, nice dog. Steele's dog. Don't even try it. I didn't like Wind Walker's aesthetic at first, but after playing it, it became my favorite Zelda game. Boo. It should be cool and edgy instead of big heads and chibi.
Well, there you have it, folks.
I think I can scientifically...
Well, like, I'm farming. I don't want to actually fight them.
I know. It's just so funny that you're like, you know you're gonna get hit, but you're like... No. Like I know you're doing
it's frustrating.
and I know you're doing it on principle too. You're like, no, I should.
I deserve it.
I deserve the hit.
I do.
Oh, wait. Why do you equip stuff for farming? Like, do you have the gold ring?
I was crushing the coins.
Oh, okay. But what about the All right. There's the gold ring and there's the mimic head.
I don't think I have the mimic head.
By the way,
What?
that guy can't drop it because he has an axe.
Well, who can drop it?
He has the great swords.
But where?
They should be here.
Yeah, I know,
According to
but like
the wiki.
it's not. Your information isn't helpful, I guess. That guy has an axe. Like,
Red Wolf Corp revamped states Thomas the Tank Engine is the best children's franchise. Seasons 1 through 5 are all worth watching. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
this guy's got a sword. Huh.
The cell shading in Wind Waker is great. Cell shading can't be great. Cell shading is dumb and also
Oh. Just an ember.
gay.
Very gay.
Maggie and the Furious Beast. Is that like a game? Hmm.
I should win.
Ocarina has some underlying edge. Ridiculous. Does it? Majora's Mask has the Ocarina of Time, right? You reverse time over and over in that game. This game looks chibi and dumb. Don't like. If my character does not go up to a nightclub, right? He wants to get into a nightclub, and they say he's not on the list. If my there's just a tier list that just has Ocarina of Time and Masterpiece and nothing else listed. When you look up Ocarina of Time, if Link, let me tell you something. If Link doesn't go to a nightclub, and then the nightclub says like, "Oh, you're not on the list," and then he punches the nightclub like a bouncer guy in the face, and he takes the guest list and he writes "fuck you" on it, and then drops it on his body. It's not a cool enough game, okay?
More likely to drop items, doesn't drop shit. And I get fucking chopped by this guy who just comes out of nowhere.
It was just funny how he just came out of nowhere and was like, from downtown.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter, because I didn't even get anything from that guy, because he's broke.
Broke ass enemy.
Broke ass enemies, man. Like, why?
Piracy here points out, you can always just use cheat engine.
Yeah.
And he is correct. Nice.
Didn't drop shit.
Broke ass enemies.
It's actually annoying. What's the point of the items if they don't do anything? What's the percentage on that sword drop? Like 0.002?
This guy said he got it after 29 kills.
I don't really want to do that, though.
This guy says it has a. I forgot the list. It has a 0.000000001% drop rate.
Alright. Well, sounds like this is just a waste of time then, huh?
Yeah, okay. 20% bonus damage against demons. That's the bonus damage.
Could also do that bonus damage if I just grind for souls and just level up 20% more times.
At 40 dex and 40 strength, this does 11 more damage than the greatsword.
Oh wow. Wonderful. Ugh. Gotta be honest. I'm not enjoying this fight as much as you did.
Oh, there's another Black Knight that's like easier to farm. I forgot about. Well, it's not like easier. You have to run for a little bit. But he's like by a bonfire, kind of. This fight is super hard. I found it to be a very hard fight. But the fact that you can get that like riposte on their head, maybe that's just what I like the most, is that I kept on like reliably
Seriously?
getting that.
Back to back.
Now I know why there's no poison DS3. These fuckers took it all. The Black Knights.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't look like they should have a lot of poise. They look cool. To be fair, but nice. Oh, that's the last one. Damn, you're just running through these guys.
The first phase is easy,
Eat your veggies.
but then like the second phase, it's like, all right, now I'm just gonna shoot fireballs at you.
Get in on him. He jumps back, but I think if you're getting in on him, yeah. He's up against a wall, so. Nice. Yeah.
As it
Just-
turns out, the solution was just to be more aggressive, as
Yeah.
usual.
Which is why I like this boss.
Oh, what is it?
Who cares what he's doing? Fuck. Okay, maybe you should care. Yeah, just getting really close to these guys is really what gets them.
I don't like what you're doing.
Nice. Did you interrupt it?
Oh,
Was it-
I didn't know I could interrupt
Oh no,
it.
I saw a flash. I think it's gonna come down on me.
Oh. Oh. It didn't look like it
But it wasn't that bad,
touched
right?
me, yeah.
Just one little.
Yeah, just one little nick.
So, like I said-
through your bar.
You get close in on this guy, and he's got nothing.
But I still died.
Yeah, but that
What do
was.
I do about the meteor shower?
You gotta get close to him.
But I
See-
was close to
But you
him.
see how it was so much easier to avoid? Go behind him. After it's cast, after it flashes, go behind where he cast it from.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't even look like I got hit by it, but it still did me.
You did get hit by it. I saw it hit you.
Okay.
But there was only one little fireball. It wasn't, or three, but you know. It was much less than it was before.
So much uncertainty in a lot of these boss fights.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't know if this is working. Don't really know what happened there.
Would you play the Earthbound games? Yeah. I saw this like wedding proposal from like the Earthbound games. From like the old one on whatever old ass system it was. It was cute. The guy was like, "Oh no, the save data deleted. We should like beat the game again." And then they went out to dinner and they're like still dressed up from going out to dinner, and he had like a camera on, and then they like the wolf is. He was like running in his sleep.
How big is this explosion? Oh, well, that time it hit me. Oh, God.
The Link in Twilight Princess is the descendant of the Link from Majora's Mask. Now, how does he keep on hooking up with Zeldas? Are the Zeldas all descendants of the previous Zeldas? Because that sounds a little incesty. Because if Link and Zelda are getting together.
Oh, he turns.
It's okay.
It's apparently not okay.
You were fine. You were until that last hit.
Yeah, but it's part of the move that he just jumps up and...
Now, here's the real strat. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Use Tears of Denial. Also,
I guess.
strat number 2.
Take the golden ring off.
Yes. Now, how do we do this again? Priestess ring, and then you just... Alright. Guys, this is a little bootleg, but this works. Oh, wait a second. The real strat has revealed itself.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are they going to do now? What are they going to do now? What the fuck is anyone going to do if we just spin the shit out of them, huh? Nothing.
Okay. Alright.
They literally cannot stop you now.
Good use of your FP.
Unstoppable.
Alright.
Right. Now. Okay. And then...
Yes.
Why no work? Oh, slots used... Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a bit of a ridiculous strategy here, guys.
Yeah, extra slots too, right?
Bear with us, right? Okay. Now. It's fine. I'm sure this won't get exhausting after a single attempt. Oh, okay. You don't have enough FP. That's okay, though, because we have more rings. What gives you more FP? Okay, that lowers your health. Perfect. Now we cast the spell. Now we just have to change
Everything back?
3 rings back to how they were. Easy. Oh yeah, that's okay. We don't need that spell to be attuned anymore because we already cast it. And it has infinite duration. What was the last...
Stamina.
Oh, you don't have the +3 Chloranthy ring. Oh, right, because you have to beat this guy to get it. Okay, so every single time you die to the boss, you'll just... oh, no, it's 1 tap. Okay. Nope, that's the... Okay. Every single time you die to the boss, you just do that quick setup, and then you'll have Tears of Denial, and you'll have 1 extra hit.
Careful.
I don't know what was...
Alright, let me use the bathroom.
It's quick and easy and totally won't frustrate the shit out of you. It's fine. What the fuck am I looking at? Is this a mod? Ocarina / Majora Link most likely married a farm girl named Malin. Huh. Zelda's only the love interest a few times. Huh. Malin. Majora's Mask. Let's see what Malin looks like. Wow, someone's made some very detailed art of Malin, but... Oh, that's cute. They have, like, lovey-dovey art. She seems to be like a little chibi thing. Well, that's cute. Romance and stuff, huh? I like it. And Neve, you're just posting wheelchair. Oh. Oh, you guys are talking about the bone wheel shields? So this game has pinwheel wheels as weapons? No, pinwheel is just called pinwheel for some random reason, but bone wheel skeletons have a chance of dropping the bone wheel, like, I don't know, is that a shield you call that? Trisha just has, like, bizarre luck in these games, and she managed to get 2, like, she killed, like, 1, and then it dropped 1, and then the next one she killed, it dropped another one. She's like, how come these all have bone wheel shields? And it's like, they don't. You just have retarded luck. And then she goes to farm something she actually wants, and she kills it like 3 times, and she's like, this is ridiculous. Not even gonna try. I thought
Yeah, as it turns out, I have the best luck rate, except for when I'm actually trying to get something.
Never was posting a bunch of wheelchair emojis, and I thought he was saying that, like, my way of getting you to cast the spell is, like, handicapped. You have to equip 3 different rings in order to cast it.
I mean, yeah.
But he was talking about the bone wheel shields. Everybody in chat was talking about the bone wheels, and I didn't see it.
No. Yes. The wheels of time. Okay. So, I can beat these guys. Whether or not I'm gonna do it tonight, I don't know, because it's starting to get late and I get cranky.
Do you want... You could summon Gale if you want.
I can? For this fight?
You can also summon Lap.
Where... Oh, is there summon signs in the room or something?
No, they're not.
Where?
They're back there.
Ah, sneaky. Feels cool.
Lap,
He's my best friend.
You would have had to have talked to him at some point.
Mm.
I don't know if you have. Speaking of Wheels of Time, where did it go wrong? Don't even talk to me about the show. I don't give a shit. The TV show is trash, but the book is pretty cool so far, so... You know.
Follow me. Come on, game. Fucking follow
That's like trying to get
me.
the alternate banished knight helm in Elden Ring. Can't you just alter it yourself?
Come
Once you have
on.
the-
God, fucking, I hate.
The sewing needle thing? This is gonna be such a good attempt.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
You're just the right amount of mad. Is he alive? He's
He better be alive.
no. I think the one you just hit. I think you had one touch left.
Really?
Oh
No.
no. Okay. Do you think you could play Ocarina then Majora on stream? You really should do Ocarina first, as Majora is a direct sequel. No, I only want to play Majora's Mask. I think. Majora's Mask was, yeah, yeah. The Majora's Mask is the one I actually think I'm curious about playing, but I don't know if I would even like the gameplay that much because I've never really played it super much. So I don't know. Nope, I tried. Can't alternate their chest armor either. Well, there's no reason not to use Cheat Engine. Because you can play multiplayer.
No, 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 no.
You're so in it for that, like, stagger.
No, I really am.
Nice damage. That's gonna be claws. You can heal.
Get away from my buddy!
Nice. Let's do another one. Oh no, that's the turrets. Where is he?
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
now he's doing the big thing. There it is.
Yay. It's okay. I guess I... What are you doing?
I got high five.
I'm trying to high five you and you're like, whoa.
You de-optimized the high fives, and so I was trying to You were like, oh, let's just do a high five from like 2 inches away. It's like, no. Let's be like high five.
I guess that might have more to do with me summoning. I didn't even use Tears of Denial. But I probably could have beat him without summoning, with just the Tears of Denial.
Yeah, I don't think you should think of summoning as giving you a huge advantage. I think it gives you a big disadvantage, especially with your weapon, because it gives them a lot more health. They get like
Yeah.
30% more health, and I don't ever remember him attacking Gale for any real length of time when he wasn't also swinging at you incidentally, because he attacks everything when he swings. So,
Well, that's nice.
but summoning one Phantom gives the boss like 30% more health or something, and I don't think he did 30% of the boss's total health.
Oh, this totally looks like it should be a secret door. But it's not.
The next section is hilariously retarded.
Oh. Bone wheels?
No.
More quote unquote angels or something?
Archers.
Archers. Oh no.
More archers than I thought was possible for the game to load at once. It's like you go to the edge of the cliff and press A. Yeah. What is worse, modern Star Trek or modern Star Wars? Star Trek has always been a little bit like
Oh, it looks so glorious.
soy-based, where they're like, oh, we can't, like, destroy any aliens. I was watching some episode of, like, the more modern show, and they were like, oh, let's test the new laser. And they're like, oh, well, scan the asteroid before you shoot at it. I don't want there to be any bacteria on it. Nothing that can, like, evolve into sentient life. And it's like, god damn, dude, shut the fuck up. Shoot the laser. But Star Wars was actually kind of cool, so... The concept of Star Trek is really good. Traveling through space on this, like... cool spaceship with lots of characters and everything. I love that. I watched a couple episodes and I thought that was such a cool concept. It really stuck with me, but the actual characters and the actual, like, plot lines of the episodes and just how the conversations were carried out and just the aesthetics of the ship and the aesthetics of the weapons, especially the aesthetics of the weapons, and their general attitude towards, like, aliens. I found it so lame, but...
They brought thee here, did they not?
Yes, they did.
Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect?
Of course I serve the gods. I'm a crusader.
A lie. A wretched lie. How wouldst one such as thee do service to the gods?
Because I'm cool.
To me. I know what it is thou desirest. The dark soul. No? Why else wouldst one deign to visit this dung heap?
I mean, why not both?
By falsity.
Vic Mignogna did a fan continuation of the original Star Trek.
I heard something about that, yeah.
Wow.
If it is that I then seek, Thean's judge.
Star Wars is a good starting point. Like, if you take the original Star Wars movie and then build lore from there, I think you could do a better job than the lore that was made. Like, the whole rule of two for the Sith is very stupid.
Yearly to Thean's church at the base, if thou yet the dark spirit. Now, if
Just wanted to exhaust his dialogue.
Like, a lot of the lore was meant to explain really stupid things in the movies. I don't really think... If you map travel, by the way, you'll lose your Tears of Denial. You'll have to equip 3 rings to attach it again. So, this next part is, like, super bullshit. I would advise, like, after you get hit, you know, just, like, go back to the bonfire and try again. But, anyway, those are the arcs.
Oh, God.
So anyway,
Not even Tears of Denial, huh?
we get shot so many times.
Yeah, I got shot so many times that the spell didn't even work.
You're not even, like, mad. You're just in awe.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
the fuck?
that's quite something. I guess you drop down here first.
You could pick up your 75k though. You know. There's a cool armor set around here.
Oh.
So you need the game volume to be on, I think, higher, because you need to hear that guy. Because
The guy?
yeah, he makes a sound and then the archers spawn.
Oh, do I have to kill that guy?
Yes, you have to kill a guy. To kill him, it is a much more complicated task than you might expect. Oh, good, you can get your souls back there.
Can't I just kill him here?
Do you consider the new prequel stuff canon? Rogue One, Mando? No, of course not. None of the Disney stuff is canon. It's all garbage. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the extended universe stuff, because some of it, people say it's good, so whatever. But like, if you're being real, the only thing people consider canon is like the first couple movies. And even then, like, the writing in general, like Star Wars, is just in shambles. Like, the whole thing where like Luke kisses his sister it's supposed to be because there's two characters. There's Princess Leia and there's like Luke's sister, and he's supposed to fall in love with Princess Leia, and then his sister is supposed to be a separate character, and Han Solo is supposed to fall in love with her. But I guess they wanted the movie to be more of a sausage fest. They were like, oh, it's an unnecessary character, so we'll cut them. And it's like, you know.
What's the strat?
Oh, do you want me to, like, give you the answer? If you go backwards, like, if you drop down, like, if you go where you were going, like, you drop down back by the stairs, not over there.
But they shot me over
Yeah,
when I
well,
dropped down.
get out of the way.
Okay.
There's an item back there. It's a cool set of armor. It's not super, like, effective, but it is a cool set of armor, so... Yeah. The Ruin Knight set from, like, the Ruin Sentinels in Dark Souls 2. I think it's nice, but... Anyway, you
I
can't
think
get...
it's just neat.
You can't get through this way. The way to go is essentially like red light, green light. Like you have to get to a certain safe spot and then stop, and then skeletons will spawn. You kill those as you're waiting in the safe spot and trying not to get shot from behind cover. And then you go to the next safe spot and etc.
Yikes.
Clone Wars and Rebels are amazing, and I will not tolerate otherwise. Well, if Disney made it, it's definitely garbage. And I can say that without ever having seen the movies.
Look at this guy in the background.
Because I am a scientist. That's him. That's who you have to kill.
Oh.
That's the guy spawning them. Fuck. Does so much damage. He also summons guys with big hammers. Yeah, without ever having seen Clone Wars is the like Samurai Jack thing, but unless there's a different Clone Wars thing, but without ever having seen any of that stuff, I am 2,000% confident it's garbage.
Oh, but
Sorry to
they
say.
can just spawn behind me though.
Yes. So there's like a half moon. So that's safe. And then on the right, there's like a half moon. You
Where?
can get there. See that right ahead of you?
But that's where I went, and they just spawned behind me, right?
Yeah, you have to get on the other side of it. You have to get in front of it. You see how it's a little...
Oh.
Yeah. Now you make me wonder which character is supposed to be which in each Princess Leia scene, if it's Leia or Luke's sister. Yeah, that's a good question. You should look up the original script and you can find your answer. People posted it all over the place, so you can actually find out for yourself what you think. Now, where you go next, I have no fucking idea, honestly. Different people would go different places, but yeah. So there's a fire breath thing that happens too. So I guess you can't run right up the steps, but I know I've done it before. But where I go typically is I jump off on the right side and I hug that little corner while a guy comes to fight me.
Oh.
Roll.
Oh.
To the right.
Oh. I didn't realize that the fire was still in effect. You know, I just got done a boss fight where there's fire all over the ground and it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, they're not consistent rules.
Yeah.
Stuff. Extended Universe is pre-Disney. They threw it out and launched their own rebooted expanded universe named The High Republic. It was super woke and super tween bait. Sounds right. Anyway, Star Wars is like okay. I would run like a Star Wars like tabletop campaign.
I got an idea.
Or even better, I'd love to play in one. But from someone who like cares about Star Wars shit. Do you think?
Can't fucking see me, right? I'm just an object. Ah, he doesn't care. It worked in Elden Ring. Wait. What if I start off that way? Hear me out. He totes can't see me.
Can you sprint as the pot?
No, I think that'll undo the...
I'm pretty sure you can sprint as the pot.
Dude, this
Sprint.
guy's cheating.
Oh no, breaks it. You're right.
This guy's cheating. There's no way he saw me.
Adam, can you give me a hand with my D&D character stats whenever you're available? Yeah, sure. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Catch you later, Jordan. Thanks for stopping in.
Pick up my 0 souls. This is tricky. Kinda don't know what to do with that last
You can
part.
actually start from the stairs, like running down the stairs and go straight to the first half moon.
I'm just a little bit skeptical how good I am at this game. Even though I am very good at it.
I think on the right side, by the way, you can drop down. It does a lot of damage, but I think you can survive it.
Oh, over here you mean. Whoop!
Oh,
Oh, that's not too bad.
I guess this must be what. I've never actually used this before. I've fallen down here by accident and gotten through, but yeah. Ninja skills over here.
Only the ninjaist of skills.
No, I don't really have a lot of direction for you, but as soon as you're up there, you're in danger, right? So he's up there, right, on that platform. I don't know how easy it is to get up there.
He's up there?
I'm pretty sure that's where he is.
Won't his, like, archermen just, like, immediately kill me? As soon as I try to go kill him?
Yeah.
I just don't have an answer. Oh.
Mandates for the High Republic were diversity, dinosaurs, no single protagonist, LGBT plus, not pro-war, inclusion. That's not even an exaggeration. Multi-powerful households?
Oh, come on. I can't even get a single hit off. Where did he come from?
Yeah, he spawns that guy too.
Well, he wasn't there a second ago.
I know.
This is my joke.
Yeah, he also spawns a guy with...
How do I kill him?
Like I said...
Oh, I just gotta use a crossbow, right?
Well, like I said, turbo bullshit. You can run down the stairs and just get to that second one. You don't have to stop at the first. There's enough time. But, yeah. Anyway. Star Wars trash. I would totally be down to run one of those, or run or play in one of those, like, Star Wars RPG things, or just, like, do a Star Wars setting, etc. It's one of those universes that, like, if someone paid me to write, like, a canon book or something, I would do it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. That's a fucking thing, huh?
If you hit the first ledge, it just slippery slides you off.
Hmm.
I think your assessment of this area was correct. It is both dumb and gay.
Part of me kind of likes how ridiculous it is. the fact that they're able to find a way that you can actually interact with someone summoning like a gazillion archers without it being like, wow. Yeah. Is it possible to jump? You know how it like juts out a little bit? Could you jump off of it like from the other direction? You know what I mean? Like, could you look over? If you jump off of that circular section, is that better? Could you land on that? Oh fuck, they're shooting.
I'm not allowed to look in games. They punish me for it.
I think you found a better solution by jumping off where you are. I wonder if you jump off earlier, like from the dome or the circuits or cylinder or whatever.
Must say it's like kind of difficult. Why can't I land on there?
I don't know how you got there the first time. If you jump off of the circular section, will you land on top of that stuff and then you can drop down?
I guess? I don't know. They get summoned so quickly, I'm scared that they'll just shoot me to death.
Yeah, I think maybe if you come at it from another angle, it's just safer. I think you kind of threaded the needle that one time, and it was not a super reliable...
I mean, what is reliable in this game?
The big sword.
Like, even the stones aren't reliable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, they can definitely shoot me from up there.
But look at that, you got it.
Yeah, but I still don't know how to beat them.
I would eat the green stuff before you jump up there and make sure you're at full health. That's the only advice I can give. So you have enough stamina to actually kill him. Alright, here we go. Here we fucking go. Dying is reliable? Thanks, Sneever.
Oh god, and he has a lot of health?
And he attacks back.
Oh, thank god. Ugh. You're a douche, you know that?
What if I told you he respawns? I'd be lying, but that would be kind of funny.
That would be quite evil.
It's like the wheelchair. I'm just remembering holding the bone wheel things, or posting wheelchairs in chat. I think Trisha should beat the game with just the bone wheels.
Bone wheel challenge?
I think it's ridiculous that you can't power stance the bone wheels and then roll around like a car and kick people.
Mm.
Simply preposterous.
Unheard of.
This item better be good.
Hidden blessing.
Well, I guess it is hidden.
Yeah. You got me there, game.
One could say it's a handicap. Now go for the second one. Oh, that's right. There's another one of these guys later. It's a much more avoidable one.
Alright.
This is, like, super bullshit, this section. This is so ridiculous.
I admire the novelty of it, but yes, that was a little bit... It's a little bit much. You know?
I want that as a spell, you know?
Yes, summon shitload of archers, yeah.
Even if they do 1 damage each, it would just be such a spectacle to summon that against a boss.
That would be really funny, like, DLC spirit summon. Just have, like, a horde of archers.
It'd be a funny gank to have 3 people all summon the archers and then shoot an invader like a million times.
Oh man.
By the fire, forsaken. I speak of
So
You
he's
are
a-
definitely forsaken. What the fuck?
He's a disgusting bug man. I advise you murder him. But there is some kind of story thing where if you don't, like he talks to you later and stuff.
Fear not the
Does
dark,
it
my
serve me well to keep him
and let
alive?
the feast.
I don't think it matters unless you're Vadi Vidya.
One was a wayfaring that only the abyss.
Now,
Ygritte
maybe
says
he
quick,
gives me
kill it with
stuff.
fire.
Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the
You sound
many
evil.
of us are by the I say hold fear and let
Alright. Whatever you say, bro.
He's icky.
He is a key.
I've always killed him, and I have no idea what happens if you don't kill him.
Well, I guess we'll find out then.
He's so icky, though.
He is. Oh. I don't like you. You know?
He almost got you.
Yeah,
I guess
except
because-
I'm too strong.
Maybe it's your poise makes you not get pushed as far.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
I think I got killed once by with a really light character. These guys do too much damage.
Yeah, you know.
It's like it's an example of just a character that just like or an enemy that just does damage because it's a hard area, not because the enemy should do damage.
Hmm.
Because they look so frail and then they hit
They look
you. and it's
very
like-
base enemy, you know? Like, they look like they could have easily been in the first area.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Got him. Hell yeah.
You ever wonder what it'd be like to start in all these different areas instead of oh, could you go up to that balcony straight ahead? Is Lappy Dappy out there? NPC guy. Guess not.
Mm. Laffy Dappy.
For a moment, I thought it would be a Black Knight situation. Oh, where the guy just like poises through it and then just like bonks it. So, the run back through these stairs, you have to do quite a bit, and it's never not kind of ridiculous that this is the section you have to go through every single time, like that hallway.
I think the funny part is I had no idea that guy was there. I just rolled because I wanted to roll into the pots.
Maybe the pots are there on purpose, like the game designers were like, well, the chosen ones who believe in rolling into pots.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Does getting cursed in this game instantly kill you, like in the first game?
I assume yes. I feel like I've gone to an area in Dark Souls 3 where I got like cursed by the basilisks.
Did you know you cannot be cursed while on a ladder?
Really?
Yes,
That
is true.
is a true.
The moment you get off the ladder, you die.
That's pretty funny.
So you have to quit out of the game and then load back in. And I don't even think it lets you quit. I think you have to Alt F4 out of the game and then load back in, and then you're not dead.
That is kind of funny. I appreciate the humor.
But like the moment you climb up the ladder, you just like turn into dead.
Alrighty. This area is pretty neat. I like it. Although it is giving me Elden Ring, the capital vibes. Although the buildings are different. Much different architecture. What the fuck are you? Kill it with big sword.
Yes. So I guess they made a new Atari that has an HDMI plug, and it can play the original cartridges as well. That's pretty cool. You know, that was always something where everyone wanted it. Everyone wanted the old consoles like remade.
Yeah, he's got some cool digs over here. Huh?
Oh yeah, that's like the coolest armor set for sure. Is it good? No, it's not even as good as the Lothric Knight set.
Oh.
But is it fucking cool?
Yeah.
It's very light too.
Yeah. This is kind of a pleasant area.
Lord of Cinder at home.
Yeah.
These
Good way.
enemies suck. I hate them. The guys with the turtle shells.
Yeah.
Big gay. I think they had to be... They had to exist because they wanted to show the living hermits or whatever. They had to show them at some point in the game.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And that's interesting or something like that.
I guess it's... Whoop. Hey, no. Did not want to...
Also, this
turn
sword
that around.
is the best weapon to kill them with. Because... They have a lot of armor when you hit them on the top.
Oh.
But then the second swing will kill them because it's hitting them from below.
Oh, okay.
And it'll flip them. If you can't kill them in the hit, which you always can because you have tons of damage, but if you can't, it'll flip them on their back and you get a better shot. Now, a lot of different ways you can go through here. You could go to the chandelier, you could go down a layer, there's a floor that's inaccessible that you can get to by dropping onto the chandelier, then jumping from the chandelier onto that floor.
That sounds a little bit advanced
The way
for my
I
platforming capabilities.
the way I always get down is I jump to the chandelier, I jump to the inaccessible floor, and then I get from the inaccessible floor to plunging attack this guy.
Ah, da.
Because that guy's, not super hard, but he's something. The big thing is that while you're fighting that guy, the guys on the inaccessible floor will,
Yeah.
fuck, he does a lot of damage.
Well, spears are my kryptonite.
Yeah.
Because they're long and they pokey poke, you know?
So the guys on the inaccessible floor have infinite range and don't need line of sight.
It's kind of late.
Yes, it is.
So I guess we can call it a stream here. But
Alright.
we'll do more of Dark Souls 3 DLC.
Yeah. Who's the next boss? The next boss is... There's a gazillion areas in between the next boss, but I think the next boss is actually Gale. Or Midir.
So, should we tell any happy story or something?
Happy stories.
Only if you'd like, of course.
Hey, listen. Ad read, huh?
Ad read? Okay.
Ad read.
I'll take an ad read.
This stream is brought to you by books.
Read, bitch.
Slayer in the White Valley. Available now. In stores by you, if your store is the internet. And my website. And Trish's website. And also Trish's books. And also Reaper. Trish is trying to win the most people reading on the month prize
Yeah, something like that.
on the website. You win if you're in the top 3, and she got to the top 6, but now she's sunk down to 9 or something.
No. I'm in, yeah, I guess I'm in 9.
All the way down to 9th.
9th.
How the mighty have fallen.
Although, it kind of confuses me how the ranking is. Because, I'm below another comic that has less impressions and less views than me. But I don't understand why I'm below them, if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Maybe people read more of it, or maybe there's more pee-pee. Maybe
Yes.
it's a gayer book.
More pee-pee? But, yeah. But, I don't know. I'm sure they have some sort of automated system that's keeping track of that. I just don't know if it's a dumb system. And that is a thing. But yeah, all links are in the description for those of you who want to check out any of these books or comics.
Happy story though. Can't wait for the comic. Really like the vibe so far.
Thank you.
Oh, did you order the comic? Oh, that must be the thing over there. Mail out tomorrow. Read, bitch. Trisha 2023. Yes.
Yes. I'm running for president. You got me.
Good chilling out here, even though I didn't interact very much. Well, it was good to have you chilling with us, Gabe. Always a pleasure.
I guess a happy story is we're gonna be going on a little vacation soon. That's
Yeah.
happy.
I suppose so. There are happier stories, though, I think.
I could really use the break. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. The campaign was stressful.
Oh, there was a lot of stressful things that happened all at once.
Yeah. Happy story. I don't know.
Well, it's fine. Oh, we went to that con last weekend. Wrinkle the Duck was there. That was cute and unexpected.
Woo.
We just decided to visit the convention and do a YouTube video there. Perhaps we may even be in the background of one of Wrinkle the Duck's videos. Although probably not. I don't know. But yeah. And then Adam got to meet the guy who voiced Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Oh, yeah.
And he was nice.
My brother still says, butter toast. Or whatever. He has a voice he does. But he has a totally different voice than the actual guy who voiced it. Because he did the voice in front of me. And I was like, is that really what it sounds like in the show? Because that's not what Brian sounds like at all. Brian does it so loud and bah. He has this big
butter toast.
Yeah, it is big production. But yeah, the guy did the voice, and I was like, oh yeah, it's I was explaining because my brother, whenever it's oh, what do you want for breakfast or whatever, he just goes butter toast or whatever. It's or monkey brains or whatever. Everybody latched onto the I like chickens or whatever, and that's what he was saying too. He was I was how much is the autograph? And he's for you, buddy. And he looks at the one I was pointing at, and he was be 20 check-ons when he does the voice.
Oh yeah.
And I was cool, man. Yeah, no, my brother's favorite thing. It's he's always quoting it, and he's oh, that's great. Your brother sounds like a really intelligent man. Sounds very smart. And he's he signed the autograph. He's I'm gonna write Ed talks, all right? And so he goes he's writing big bubbly letters and stuff. It was cool. It was nice, and the guy really appreciated it. Some of these people, they go to these cons and they're my life is over. I'm just this guy who shows up at cons washed up.
Right.
And they're so resentful, and they're bummed out about it. But this guy, he seemed like he was having a good time. He was in a great mood. This guy gave him a bathroom mat, which was in the shape of Ed's face, and he was oh, isn't that? He was showing me, and he was at the end of the con, he was kind of because I'm a vendor, I can just go up and hang out with people, right? And I'm connect, not really. So I went up and I was oh, thanks. I want to thank you again, man. You have a good con, and he was oh yeah, it was great. It was so cool meeting all these fans and stuff. He was really happy to talk to fans. And
yeah.
It was very cool. There was also some chick from All That. I don't even fucking know. I don't know who the fuck this was, but some Hispanic chick from Elisa Reyes.
Yeah, I never watched that show, so
I watched it, but I remember the super racist French thing where it was whatever, in the bathtub. And then there was Amanda or whatever. She's has that stupid voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I never watched it.
Oh,
But-
and Good Burger. That's the other thing my brother says when he answers the phone. Sometimes he goes, "Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger."
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
And the actors from The Sopranos were also
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's a happy story, theoretically. if that works out, that'd be super cool.
Yeah. So, we had fun at the con, and we got to hang out with our friends
Yeah.
for the times that we
We
had
ate at
a moment of peace.
Super
and
cool ramen place.
we went to a super cool German place, too.
Oh yeah, that's a happy story. We went to this German restaurant and it was like super cool because there's plenty of Italian restaurants to celebrate my like one half of my heritage, but like not a lot of really good German places, and that was really good. But, dude, the fucking pretzels, God.
Oh my
Damn.
god, yeah. The potato pancakes. So good. So
I didn't really grow up eating schnitzel, so I don't have like that much of a craving for schnitzel,
sure.
but it's decent.
I mean, it's meat.
Yeah. Schnitzel, if you don't know, is like breaded beef that's like hammered flat and then
Yeah.
used as basically a plate for like sauces. Like you pour it because it's flat and spread out. You can spread lots of sauces on top of it. So the first one I got, the first time we went, was like runny eggs on top, which was pretty good as a sauce, and then there was like a mushroom gravy, which was good and slightly sickening when it was heated up later. As you might expect from heating something up the next day. But no, it was really good, and there's so many decorations, so many
Oh
gorgeous
yeah,
decorations.
a lot of pride in the
Yeah.
heritage.
It's really cool to see. The whole family was like really proud of themselves.
They even
Just-
had some people play there and play like folk songs and stuff.
Yeah, it
Very
was cool.
nice. It's good to just go to a place where like people don't hate everything about Germany,
Yeah,
because obviously that is a big thing in America. And that you're just supposed to hate Germans for
Yeah.
the rest of your life, even though they existed before World War II.
oh yeah, that's a really retarded thing because like most white people in America are German, just like statistically, it's like
Yeah,
the largest like percentage.
Most people in America are German in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, most people in America are German. Whenever you see these like blonde girls from like the South or whatever, they're not just American, they're German. That's what that is. That's why they have blonde hair. That's why they look like that. That's where the blue eyes come from. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But so many people are like, they either go for like the super like conservative, like, no, you're not German, you're American. We shouldn't have any racial identities. Please step on me, Daddy. I just want to be fucking punished. Retarded ideology.
I understand the idea of like America also has culture, and
Yeah.
that's like an identity.
I get that, but you can have more than one identity. I mean, like, I'm
Sure,
German
sure.
and Italian and American, and that's cool,
Yeah.
I like all of them. But just the whole thing where like you shouldn't have some kind of cultural identity is obviously a fucking mistake, because now we have like Latino pride and like Black pride, like and like you can exclude white people from your search results because white people have like no cultural identity, so the no cohesive like group like to defend themselves. The entire identity of like people taking white as being an identity is treated as like some red flag or like racism or something, and it's retarded. Everybody else, from like Jews to fucking everybody, they have their own like group identity, and they manage to advocate for themselves, and they're safe. Whereas like white Americans, you can be abused to any degree. You can be like thrown into prison for rightfully defending yourself, and then it's like they're just defending other people on a train, and then so it's a horrifically stupid idea to be like, I'm not German, I'm just American. Like you should have an ethnic identity because you do have an ethnicity, and people are going to hate you based on it. You might as well like it. You might as well like it. You might as well like advocate for yourself. But anyway, this place was nice to see because they like loved themselves, And that's always kind of nice to see people with like self-esteem instead of like self-hating cucks.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
there's a happy story.
It was nice.
I had a good time.
And yeah.
Well, anyways, I better get to bed. So, maybe we'll stream some more Dark Souls 3 next time. And we'll pick up where we last left off here.
My brother in Christ spitting facts. I don't know when that meme started, but I really...
You love the My Brother in Christ.
I love the My Brother in Christ thing. I'm not even, like, religious, but I just find that to be so funny. It's just such a... I don't know why. I just like it so much. It's like, my brother in Christ. Like, when you're, like, telling someone something, it's like...
Well, it's very dramatic.
Yeah, it's so over the
that
top.
helps.
But it just, like... such like an administrative results movie review, and he was like, my brother in Christ, this is some feminist bullshit. There was some Instagram post by like that guy who's like this guy's existence is a happy story. He's like, he has Greek heritage, but he like lives in the deep south, and he does like lumberjack stuff or whatever, right? So he does some kind of like trade job and makes like a decent living doing that, but he does Instagram, and he's a bodybuilder, and then he went on like a vacation to Greece, and he posed without like a shirt and stuff next to statues of Hercules, and he posed in the same pose as he's doing, like flexing, and he put the caption, "Become what your ancestors dreamed of becoming." And I thought that was such a like epic thing. And then his other quote was like, I'm sure it's from other people, but it was like, your ancestors aren't dead, they live through you. And then he's like standing next to like a Greek statue that looks a lot like him. And it was like, oh, that's so fucking cool.
That is pretty cool.
And that guy had a post that was like, my brother in Christ, drink more water. And all the comments were super pissed. They were either like you know, yay Christ or something. But then a lot of these comments were like super pissed, at, like atheist and whatever, which is like, you know, me a couple years ago. But never mind. I wouldn't have been mad that I would have been like...
Well, like the edgy atheists want to be mad about that.
I wouldn't have been mad.
It's like, Christian normative. You know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
I had a problem with like sort of people making decisions like based on it being true. But I don't know. I think I was largely incorrect with the premise that like well, I was like, I don't need Christianity to be moral. But I didn't really understand the extent to which someone else would need Christianity to be moral. Where like the amount to which I was like, there shouldn't be any religions, but you can't stop religions from existing, because even without calling them religions, people are still like gay religion, right? They're like the pride stuff, right? And they have a whole different morality. So you need like a moral code. I didn't understand that, not empirically, and like not emphatically. I mean, but you know, I asked questions and people didn't give me good answers, and I think if I talked to myself, if I met myself, you know, if I met a young version of myself in the future, I would have the right answers for the questions, you know, and yeah.
Right.
But not that I would like. I think it's a different thing to just not have a religion than to be actively anti-religion.
Oh yeah.
Because like.
Because that in of itself has become your religion.
Because I didn't really
advocate against religion.
I wasn't a super fan of Christianity, and even now I don't like some of the messaging, but it's definitely the best one. There's so many like really fucking terrible religions, terrible messages, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, getting off track. Let me,
right. The point is, my brother in Christ is funny, and we will keep using it. Anyway.
Pride that's illegal in this as well. It's not illegal to have like white pride, although I suppose that phrase is very loaded. But I mean, if you can have black pride, it doesn't really. America wants you to hate everyone. They want Latin people want us to hate us. I refuse woke stuff. That started after we rejected Latinx. Hey, listen, they were just fixing your language. Your language was bigoted, and they fixed it for you. You're welcome. Okay.
Aww.
me without my little splash of Catholic, I would be trying to start a new Sodom. Well, I read the. I was my like Christian friend was telling me this story. Like he was recounting. I had heard it in like Bible school or whatever, but like I didn't remember. They had told me
A very clean version.
because they were telling the story, and then I asked the questions where I was like, wait, how would they be raping them if they're men? And it's like, and the teacher's like, well, I don't know. And it's like, and like the correct
they
answer would be
knew.
like, the correct answer would be like,
Sodomy.
the town's called Sodom for a reason. It was named after this city, and boy, do they like the man ass. Yeah, but no, he was telling me this story, and it was like, God was like, no, we have to destroy the whole city. The whole city has to go. I don't do this a lot, but no, these two.
And now he's doing the same for California. Hurricane. Boom. I'm only kidding.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get to bed though.
Yeah. So anyway, that restaurant was cool, and I found a funny picture of art there that I wanted to do a video on, just like an art review video, just because it's such a fun picture. I'll show you after the stream, but it is quite funny.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway. We'll see you next time on the Game Fan stream.
yeah, and thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate your company. It was cool to have you aboard, and hopefully you'll join us again next time.
Hell yeah.